Oh, that's a bit loud. That's blowing my ears out. Oh, hello everyone. How are we all today? Let's drop that down a bit. There's no easy way of changing the volume on that. Never mind. Anyway, scene, thing, that click. There we go. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. Happy Sunday. We're here again. Man. Cheers. How are we all? Oh dear. Does Miss Silent Kill welcome in, and Rayvon as well. Howdy. Hope you're all having or had for that matter, a fantastic weekend. Awake, maybe. I sympathise. I do sympathise. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, especially today. Right. Yes, D&D, episode 20. In fact, you know what? Let's just bring that out, because that's frustrating. And, bring these guys instead. Hello.
Good evening.
How are we?
Busy plotting.
Oh, already?
Oh, yes.
Are we? Shit. I'm behind. I need to start plotting.
No, everyone's plotting apart from Cypher then. That's,
He's eating spiders in the corner.
yeah, that's fair.
Do we hear them crunching?
No! No!
Of course, it's all about the texture of the cipher. You don't notice. He only eats things that are crunchy. Doesn't eat them for the flavour.
Toast.
Toast.
It's where Francis starts giving you basically charcoal bread. Lucius,
Yes.
go on.
Okay. So, before I get started, the kettle's boiling. I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. In that case, hello. Yes. How's the rest of you?
Sounds like Lucius was plotting.
It was plotting to fuck off.
I'm back. Sorry, it just started boiling at the wrong time. Last thing you need is fucking it howling in the background and fucking slug asses back there. I just be like, kettle's boiling. I'm like, I'm away. The rest of the block could fucking hear it.
I'm busy. Do something about it.
Right? There we go. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
Well done, mate. Well done. You are a champion.
Paragon, even.
Paragon of virtue and justice in the world.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying?
Announcement. What happened last week on
right.
episode 19?
Yeah, spill that tea.
Did we? I think we started off with the old school trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
You tell me. I don't remember these things.
We did, because then we went to fucking Reza and then back and forth. We actually flip-flopped me back and forth quite a bit.
We started with the positivity, if I remember right.
Oh no.
We did. I totally forgot about that. Well done, Lee. So we started with positivity. Turns out, terrible idea. Don't give it to a changeling. It's never a good time. And definitely don't give it to fucking any of the staff, because nothing will get... Well, not nothing, because Garrett made sandwiches that were, as his rolls went, fucking fan-dabby-dozy.
Gourmet. Artisanal.
Bespoke sandwiches. Yeah, he rolled ridiculously high for his performance in survival check to make the best sandwiches in town. So it wasn't all bad.
No.
But yeah, it may have been a bit stronger than it should have been.
Yeah.
The old taste and colours and
Smelling flavours.
Yeah, it's good times.
I still think it's just gonna, up our variety and our sales, because I feel like that's gonna be very addictive and people will want to come back for more.
Ah, yes, we have made the D&D equivalent of an opium den. Come on, come all, partake.
Not a bad sales pitch.
It's not a bad sales pitch, actually.
Well, can
Sorry,
we wait till
carry
we
on.
got higher class fucking people to sell it to? Because the last thing you want is somebody stinking a piss, tripping his balls in your tavern.
Fair.
Just my 10 cents. I think Garrett would say the same.
Well, I think Garrett said that we have to hold off until we have his approval to be able to serve it. Right?
The bottle of it is also locked away in Garrett's drawers.
Anyway,
Anyway,
That's
so
not his pants for you southern people. That's in his cabinet.
Thank you for that clarification there.
Anyway, back to fucking school hours. Garrett was off doing Garrett things, as it would turn out. But I'll tell you about that in a moment. As school was back in for the two chuckleheads. Vanya learning her, her, what's it called? Fucking
Dark arts of writing contracts.
exactly contractual magic. That's the words I was looking
Yes.
for.
her
Yes.
penmanship class.
Yes.
Yeah, she was at a penmanship class. She brought her paper, but she needed some ink, which she got after a fuck around. One smashed up pixie and a control flame later, and she had her stuffs. And I do believe she stole a very, very, quite possibly, a very important crystal bottle.
She certainly had a high quality vial procured from the coroner's stash. Yes.
Okay, so that could do anything. Cool.
Can I just point out that I feel like we shouldn't be using the word stolen because she asked if it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if the coroner feels the same way. But yeah, they did the learning, and then we flashed to Teresa, who was still moping about in in the graveyard. But then she snapped out of it, and she was like, "Fuck it, I'm a vampire now. Yeah, let's do this." And then nearly bumped straight into her mother on the way out. I was like, "Oh, fuck." So that was a thing. And then off she went to, for the first time in her own life, eat like a proper vampire.
Nom, 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 nom.
And she came back revitalized with bigger boba and colour in her cheeks. Because that's where the blood's stored, right?
Sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's talk about a booba being filled out. She wasn't part of the itty bitty titty committee anymore, right?
You're asking the wrong person.
Is that all that it takes?
Jumps like, I'm gonna bite some bitch.
Oh,
Anyway, I digress. So off she went to hunt. And Vanya and Cypher got back, and Vanya was like, "I've got a plan to steal the thing." And Garrett was like, "Okay, here, let me listen to your plan," and then poke some holes into it. But it's all right. I've already done the groundwork for those holes I already poked. 'Cause Chad. I mean, look at that portrait. Chad. Look at that jawline. Chad. So yeah, plans were made. Good stuff. Teresa comes back, has what could have been a tense conversation with Garrett. She did a little bit of grovelling, a little bit of apologising, She didn't get staked in the heart, which is good. She did get a present. What'd you get, Teresa?
It was a beautiful, lovingly handmade bow rack for her room with a personalized inscription on it.
Do you remember what it said?
I do.
You're not going to get it out of her.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Do you speak Sylvan? No. You know nothing. Nothing.
Fair play. If that's how you want to play it, you know. I tried, chat. I tried for you, but no, having none of it. So yeah, and Teresa came back into the lovely embrace, and home she is, just in time for the plan. She was like, "Cool, I get back, and now we're robbing folk. I like it." And that's where we left it, with some homework, which was Vanya.
To come up with the disguise, and I did my homework just a couple of seconds before we started.
You're welcome.
On brand. Alright, I'm just quickly preloading the scenes. There we go. Yeah, I dare say that pretty much sums up.
Yeah,
episode
minus
19.
a few little details, you know, like
Yeah.
Teresa pledging herself to Garrett. To his
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that all about, Yeah. Sorry.
Fucking stirrer.
I
Alright.
can't help it.
So before we kick off, anything anyone wishes to add to that or bring up before we begin?
Nope.
No.
No. In that case, then, we will cast ourselves to a few hours before you all met at the Ruby Gate down south in the Piker district to begin, or should I say to enact, the plan to steal or acquire one of the wax seals for the trade emblem, or sorry, so one of the emblems for the trade pass into the Coinflow district. I'm going to now put it over to you guys and ask, what preparations or what activities have you all been up to in the early hours of the day before you all met in the courtyard of the Ruby Gate? Who wants to go first?
I was gonna say, so does any of the boys want to go before the girls go?
Apparently.
Congrats, Cypher.
So Cypher donned somebody else's face, as per usual, and because him and Vanya bumped into a very colourful drunkard one morning who put his arm around Cypher, who Cypher bit, Cypher thought, the perfect man for the job. So he's imitating him. And... oh shit.
Convenient, I clicked on that scene, I'm like, oh, who was this guy? Oh yeah, I remember.
What are the chances of that? Yeah, this guy.
Planned.
That is the disguise Cypher's thought to don, because, you know, kind of, you know, in his 50s, nobody's going to look at him twice. He's just mingling in the crowd. So Cypher's in position where he can see both his entrance and he can see Vanya, because she will be doing the magic, the minor illusion.
Okay. Garrett.
So I'm just kind of
sorry.
bustled in the crowd, you know.
Yeah. All right. Garrett, what have you been up to in the hours prior to meeting?
The last thing we did before breaking apart, I linked the whole group to my mind with. Where's the button for it?
That's a good question.
No, it's not that.
That is a good question.
Hang on. Hold.
Yeah. So I'm also looking for it.
There we go.
You got it. Psychic Whispers. All right. So how
now-
does this work?
Basically, I can communicate with my other party members telepathically, but it's only them to me, not them to each other. So basically, I'm a relay station.
Nice. And what else have you been doing?
And I've been getting myself in position near the rear of the guardhouse. I've got my standard disguise of a well-to-do, full elven male.
Nice.
Just strolling around the gates area, having a final recce before I meet up with Vanya and Magic Patches.
There's
Treated out my person, all my lockpicks. I've got some little wedges of wood to hold doors and some key. I've got a little jar of oil to oil hinges should I need it.
Mm-hmm.
But all the tools of the tea leaf trade.
Well, what I'm going to say is, as you're having a quick peruse around, you know, you just hear a call. Hey up, Edson! Don't see many well-to-do types like you around here.
Yes, and I don't come around these parts often.
Yeah, well, you should. You should. Hey, name's Grendel. Pleasure to meet you. Hey, what brings you round here to the Parker District?
Just passing through. Going to be another story long.
Oh, you're not going to be here long. Well, how about I offer you a night that you'll never forget, eh?
Sadly, I won't be in this area at the night.
Yeah, the courtesan frowns, exhales deeply, you know, one last flutter of her eyelashes and a quick smile where there's at least 5 or 6 missing teeth. Are you sure I can't, you know, tempt a gentleman like you just for a bit of a good time?
Sadly, my time is very pressed today. I have a lot to achieve and I can't be going off on my own devices, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's a shame. We can't give a lady a point for trying. And with that, she immediately turns her back, sees another gentleman, and you just hear the, oh, look at you, you're a rather handsome chap. Sorry, Garrett, I had to.
It's all good.
Anything else you wish to throw in?
No, I'm just going to get into position and sort of melt into the shadows.
Sure. All right. So with Cypher and Garrett now in their respective positions around the gatehouse, it would be, as you can see on the on the image, it's pretty much the Ruby Gate has a relatively large bridge that crosses one of the small rivers. But all of the gates are laid out in exactly the same way. So with that,
So early in the morning, Reza is gonna go and look for Vanya because she needs her help.
Okay.
Vanya is, when she comes in to look for her, Vanya's in her room, like, tidying it up, making it look, presentable, making all the beds and fluffing the pillows, dusting.
May I come in?
Oh, yeah, come on in. Come on in. I was just, just making it cozy in here. Don't sit on that bed yet. I haven't straightened the blanket that's on there. You can sit on that bed, like right on the corner.
Thank you. I don't. It looks great. I don't need to sit. Thank you. I want to ask you about something, but actually, I left something. And she goes to her old bunk and slices open the mattress and pulls out a dried chunk of gold and tucks it away in a pocket and just kind of tucks the sliced edge back under. Okay, now that I've got that. So we need to be disguised. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you get up to do that, Vanya's gonna straighten out that corner that you had been sitting on. Just wanted to add that detail. Yes.
Right.
There's feathers everywhere now. I'll get to that in just a second. What do you need?
So, we're supposed to be disguised today, right? You remember that part, right? I take that as a yes. Okay.
Yeah.
About the same height.
Yeah, same build. Yeah, we look very similar.
No, we don't. But do you have a spare dress I could borrow?
I thought you would never ask. So Vanya goes over and she opens her kind of closet area, and what you're gonna see is several like dresses in there, and you're gonna see probably maybe 6 different dress styles, but she's gonna have those 6 different dress styles. There's gonna be 3 dresses of the same style, but they're gonna be in different colors, because when Vanya goes and buys an outfit, if she likes something, she wants to get it in different colors.
Okay.
So
Reza.
Yes. That's
These
a
are
lot
my
of clothes.
Yeah, they're my prized possessions.
Your prize possessions. Oh, okay. So so I couldn't like alter one slightly. Which one do you care the least about?
Well, so I have them in order, of like how they make me feel. Like,
Of course you do. Okay.
yeah,
go on.
and it just kind of depends on the mood that I'm in the day, because there's one that makes me feel more positive whenever I'm feeling down. And then there's one that's kind of like, oh, this uplifts me just a little bit. So let's go down here to number 6. Like the 6th style, because you see how I have them kind of parsed and there's spaces in between them?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, and she holds up this dress, and it's got this white frilly collar on it, and these intricate designs in it, of kind of silver looking, and she's got it in pink, blue, and black.
How do you feel about the pink one? Can I borrow that? I'll wash it before I give it back to you.
Well, like this needs to be like delicate, like hand wash.
Yes, of
just
course,
with
absolutely.
a fine
Sure.
little brush.
Mm-hmm. I've done laundry before.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And she reluctantly hands it to her.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I just, Are you gonna get blood on it?
Hopefully not.
Okay. But I think pink is good because, if you do get blood on it and you're washing it out, it might turn pink and it might not stain. So.
No, that's a really good point. I'm glad you thought of it instead of me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think ahead, So what else? Like, once you get this on, what are you gonna do with yourself, like your face?
What do you mean? What am I going to do with my face? What's wrong with my face?
I thought you were gonna. Your face is fine, but a disguise, Like, are you gonna do something with your face? You can't go out looking like that, right?
What is wrong with my... Yes, right, no, I need to be disguised. Okay, so help me get this on. And she disrobes and puts this pink dress on.
Uh-huh. A vampire in a pink frilly dress with silver detailed intricacies labelled all across it.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I'm on board.
Silver's not touching her skin. It's fine.
I don't think it's actual silver, but
probably
silver,
not. No.
Silver-looking thread. I don't think Vanya. Anyway, I digress.
And okay, so do you have a hairbrush and like maybe some rouge or can you just like do my makeup like really like over the top though, like
fancy?
No, like I'm a whore.
So you want like smeared lipstick and
just really like bright rouge and maybe a smoky eye. I don't know. Just help me with my makeup while I brush my hair, please.
Okay. So she's going to do the best that she can to make it look like the morning after type makeup.
God.
Oh, no.
That's Vanya's interpretation of a horror.
Oh, no.
She's gonna grab a mirror and hold it in front of her and say, "What? How's this?"
I definitely don't recognize myself. Okay.
Vanya's just gonna sit there with like wide-eyed, with a kind of big teethy smile, shaking her head, waiting for the thank you.
Rosa's just kind of staring at nothing in the mirror, indulging Vanya. Looks perfect. Thank you, Vanya. It's great. So what are you going to do for your disguise?
I hadn't thought about it until, that I needed to do something until now. So, you go ahead and go down, and I'm gonna sit here and think on it for a second. I'll just probably use something that I have in my closet, maybe change it a little bit. But I'll be down in just a second.
Sure. Okay. I'll probably be in the kitchen. So Rosa goes downstairs and she's wearing this clean, pristine, bright pink dress, and she goes out the back door into the back alley, lays down on the ground, and starts rolling around. To get a nice layer of lower street schmear on herself and the dress.
All right.
And then she gets up, kind of shakes herself off all the loose dirt, goes back into the kitchen, and just
It's at that moment, as you step into the kitchen, Francis steps out of the cellar door Looks at you. Morning.
Morning, Francis. So you recognise me?
I mean, you're the only one who's not woman, you know.
Fair. Context clues. That's fair. Hey, do you mind if I, just sit by the fire for a minute?
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm just to stoke the fire a minute.
No, you don't need to.
It's already on it.
okay.
He's got this giant log under his arm that he just throws onto the fire. Immediately, soot, smoke begin to fill the kitchen, and he grabs a poker, begins to poke the this fire in the centre of the kitchen.
Sure. Okay, so Reza will walk over and just carefully stick her hands in the soot real quick, just to get them all dirty, and then just kind of rubs it like behind her ears and just around her collarbone, just exaggerate her gauntness, and streaks a little through her hair.
I don't know if you beauty regime I'm familiar with by hands.
This is a very delicate process, Francis. I can't listen right now. Please, hang on. And then she's tied half her hair back in a ribbon, and then she grabs the ribbon and just covers it with soot, and then takes a knife and cuts off one edge of the ribbon and frays it.
Going all out.
Oh yeah, she's and then she turns around to Francis. Do I look like a hole?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
Thank you,
a trick question if I've ever heard one.
Francis just stood there, he's got his hands on his hip, nodding. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Francis. Whole idea. Lovely. Thank you.
You're not any customer looking like that. And just as he says that, you walk out the door.
Yeah.
Do continue.
So she walks back out into the bar room and I guess waits for Vanya, and they'll start walking together, since I'm assuming the gents have already departed at this point. Does she see them in the tap room?
I don't know, that's down to them.
No, Cypher wandered off to make his disguise.
Gotcha.
Because, he doesn't want to be sitting around in the bar as some fucking stranger.
And Garrett's well gone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while Reza was doing all of that, unbeknownst to Vanya, she's upstairs, and she puts on a dress, and she uses prestidigitation to change the color and to change the color of her hair, and she puts makeup on. So she heads down to the tavern, and where Reza said that she would be in the same proximity. And before she even notices Reza, she's gonna kind of bubbly say, "I thought we could go as twin sisters." And what Reza sees is this same dress, but Vanya has changed the color from blue to the pink that she had, with the same hair color, same hairstyle, same makeup that she had done on Reza. But she sees Reza and goes,
"Oh, this is awkward." Vanya, I can't hear you. Are you okay?
My whole plan was for us to be twins. I guess I kind of ruined this dress too.
This will wash out. It'll all wash out. Don't worry.
Do you want to help me make my dress look like your dress? Oh God.
No. You should go looking like that. You look beautiful.
Like I'm a higher end whore. Okay.
Do you
No,
really
this could work.
You really want? Vanya?
What?
Are you okay?
I like that we're not gonna ruin the dress that I have on right now. I'm okay. But we still look like each other, right?
You know I can't see my reflection, right?
Oh no, I wasn't.
So I've no idea. But you look lovely. Francis said I look like a whore, which is what I was going for, so I think mission accomplished.
Do I look like one too? Because I was trying to look like you.
What?
No, like twins. We're gonna be sisters.
So this is a conversation we should have had before I left the room?
I wanted it to be a surprise. Wait, hold on. I have to talk like you too, because nobody would believe it if we didn't.
Oh,
How do you like my dress?
that's not how I talk, Vanya.
That's not how I talk, Vanya. I like it. Okay. Let's go.
You know where you're I'm going somewhere different than the rest of you, so you know where you're going, right?
I need to be within proximity of the wall, so that I can cast the image, and then but also be close to where. Oh, I've also made sure that my patches were sewn into my dress right here, and then so that I can do the window for Garrett.
Oh dear. Okay, well, since we look so much alike, we should probably head there separately. Otherwise, we may draw attention that we don't want.
All right.
Fuck's sake. Right, okay. I will see you. Good luck. Hope everything goes okay. I will see you after this is all over. And Reza just like, boom, runs out.
Okay. Gotta have to mute up for that. Carry on, Vanya.
And so then Vanya is going to head to where she's supposed to be, with the, by the wall and the where we're doing the heist, and is gonna be in a good mood because she feels like she pulled this off.
Yeah. Obviously there would be the odd talk on the way there, 'cause some of the roads you'd take, while also spaced out, you would have to take some of the same roads to get to the same location. A lot of the townsfolk who are milling around look at Reza like, oh, fucking hell, here's had a rough one. And then as, a couple of minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, as Vanya walks by, they're like, oh, fucking hell, she cleans up well, doesn't she? Oh, am I wrong about that? So, with that, and all of the disguises now acquired, everyone now in, I wouldn't say straight up position, but, at the point where you're now all on the last little gathering before you enact the heist, just in front of the Ruby Gate. Cypher and Garrett, you two will be the first two there. and you begin to see Reza keeping to herself at the edge of the streets, out of sight, and as she approaches you.
She does have her cloak on over the dress, like, but kind of thrown back so that it's like back over her shoulders, kind of, but it's covering her weapons on
Sure.
her back.
Cypher will just give her a leering, ugly smile in the face of this guy that he copied.
This 50-year-old toothless hermit's just like leering towards you as you approach the meeting point.
She just winks at that.
Followed shortly after by the arrival of Vanya. How does Vanya arrive?
Vanya arrives waving and saying, "Hello. I see that you guys have met my sister. I, of course, am the better looking one. Huh?
One of the nearby sort of beggars at the side of the street just pipes up, "Yeah, you certainly all get your right out way." Come on.
Guys,
Keep going. I'm trying to
guys,
keep a straight face.
it's me, Vanya. I'm not actually a twin."
Reza, through the mental link to Garrett. Can she communicate to Garrett through the mental link?
Yep.
You,
You can
communicate
go
to
on.
me, and I can communicate to you. But
Okay.
You can't communicate to each other.
So she will like reach out mentally to Garrett and say, "This was not my idea. This was my disguise, and then she copied me."
Yeah.
When
go
you hear
ahead.
Garrett's voice in your mind, it's not his normal voice. It's not the soft, jolly voice. It's a very cold, hard, to the point voice. It takes you aback slightly, but you understand it's Garrett, and it's not his normal. I'm just happy she's here.
Reza blinks and then nods.
And
So-
now
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
communicating to everyone. Is everyone in position?
Reza ducks off at that point to go make her way to the vantage point that they had discussed previously.
Yep. So just before you carry on, sorry, Garrett, just to dive in. So your vantage point, Reza, is over the other side of this river. So you basically, in front of you, there is a government building with quite a tall bell tower. In front of there is a courtyard, which then leads to this large, I wouldn't say large, but a relatively wide bridge just over the river that leads towards the gatehouse. So it's roughly 300 feet or so from the top of this bell tower down to where the Ruby Gate is.
Okay.
Sorry, Garrett, go on.
I'm just waiting for replies now.
You'll just get a yes from just a brief yes from Cypher, and he'll move off into position.
Reza will make her way to the top of the tower and kind of get settled into her little sniper's nest, throw her cape off onto the ground in the tower next to her, and have her bow and an arrow knocked, and then she'll send a message to Garrett that says ready.
Message, quickly roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I still have the thingy you gave me last week?
If you want to use it, yes.
No, I won't use it now. I was just
Okay.
wanting to confirm.
Yes, you do. Yes. So from last week, both you and Cypher, I believe, have an advantage
No.
to use. No,
Vanya does,
Vanya.
because she did a thing with a person.
she did.
Did you say save or check?
Save, please. A dexterity saving throw. Being completely unused to wearing such a frilly dress for so long, as you begin to hoist your way up the walls and grapple onto the various windowsills, as you get to the roof of the government building, you hop over what appears to be several large iron spikes. Normally they're installed for getting rid of crows, ravens, bats, and other various and more nasty creatures, but you end up quickly catching the hem of the dress on the spike. You gonna vampire miss this?
Yeah. She's annoyed enough at this point that the dress has gotten caught, and she's like, "Fuck it!" She just vampiric missed to the top of the tower.
So apart from only having a very tiny puncture wound in the bottom of this, sort of small hole in the bottom of this dress, you don't end up ripping it completely. Damn it!
Does Vanya see that, or is she within
no.
proximity
No.
to
I
hear
am
the rip?
far away.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a high.
You're lucky.
Yeah. All right. So with Reza in position, Cypher, where are you?
I'm off to one side, covering one entrance, because there's two entrances, right? There's a side entrance and a front entrance to the guardhouse, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
So I'm covering one entrance. The one.
So basically, just
round the corner,
as you're
right?
looking at this image, where the tree is there, the main entrance would be in this tower here. It would then go off, and then behind the other tree there would be the second entrance. But this area is quite a wide area, and there are several people, quite a few people in queue trying to get through the gate.
So I'll just be off to one side, making sure I got full view of the front entrance. No, the back entrance. The other one. That one.
Okay. Reza, just very quickly click somewhere in that circle. I think it.
Yep. Can I delete it?
Sadly not. No, due to the.
So it says out of range.
Oh, hang on. That might be because. Try now. There we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Hidden tokens behind the scene. All right. So, Cypher, you're currently on, watching the side. Garrett, where are you at the moment? What are you up to?
I'm hidden in some shadows near where the eventual final location of the new window is going to be.
Okay. So, I would say, roughly off to this sort of side. And last but not least, then, Vanya.
Vanya is going to be, strategically placed where she can, cast her minor illusion, the guy on the wall. So she can do that within like 30 feet, but then also be within proximity to slap that patch for the window to be open.
All right.
And and she's going to be kind of in an area that's not like incredibly visible, but where she can still like be able to do all of that doesn't hinder her ability to do it.
So you all begin to meander around. 10 minutes pass, and eventually 20, 30. And at this point, you would now start to see a lot of the usual commoners, traders from the Piker districts beginning to queue up and make their way over the bridge, meander in the courtyard, getting ready for the day's work. Now, a lot of them don't seem to be, a high-profile traders. A lot of these guys appear to be more of either porters or salesmen, slightly, dressed much better than the vast majority of lower streets. You get the impression that the people moving into the Coinflow district are mostly just your workers who seem to, who are employed. Two of the guards eventually step out from the guardhouse and begin to crank open the iron gate. The usual loud shouts of, "All right, ID's at the ready, you scrop eggs. If I have to spend more than 30 seconds checking you over, then that's it. You're fucking not getting in." The other guard just, again, chuckles as they both begin to start taking passes and interrogating the workers wanted to get into Coinflow. By this point, I would say easily 40, 50 people are now queued up. It's not an orderly queue by any means. It's just a mass of people now gathered around the gate on the bridge and in the courtyard, who are all just waiting to be processed to enter the Coinflow district.
So I think by that time we feel, or Vanya feels, as though it's busy enough. They're all distracted by waiting in line to pull their certificates out, and that no one's looking. So she's gonna cast Minor Illusion on the wall.
Okay.
I don't know if I did that in the right area, but
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's very, it's going to be as detailed as can be, because she's really thought on it and worked it out with Cypher, because Cypher had told her to put some shadows on it and everything to make it look less like an illusion, but a real person climbing the wall.
Alright, I need you to roll me an Arcana check since you're trying to push the boundaries of what Minor Illusion can do. 12? In the darkness of Novostoya, you manage to, while under perhaps direct scrutiny, and again the pressure perhaps at this point getting to you, it's more than ample enough to, at a glance, and again in the darkness of the city, is sufficient for your task.
And where she's hiding is kind of close by the group of people, and she's going to kind of yell, but not really, really loud, to give off where she's at, kind of stirring the crowd a little bit to make a ruckus, and says, "Oh no!" in her similar accent. "Oh no, there's a guy on the wall. He's trying to climb the wall."
Similar accent to Reza my ass.
She's trying so hard.
I love you, Jump.
With that, one of the nearby tradesmen just looks around. There's a what? Where's it talking about? Silly bin, there's nothing there.
Cypher will nudge him and be like, no, look at that, right there.
What is? Hey! Clarence, have you seen this? Some twat's trying to climb the wall! And at that, another member of the congregation turns around and sees this shadow moving up the side of the wall. Hey! He's either brave or fucking stupid or desperate. And this call begins to be passed up, person to person, until it gets towards the front of the queue where the two wardens are checking passes. And as this call is carried up, the guy's like, all right, come on, pass next. You, let's have a look at this. Oh, how old's this fucking... Go on, piss off, get back into Lower Street, scum. The corporal, but I just want to get... I'm meant to be at work in 40 minutes, I can't... Fuck off. Pass denied. And you see the guy just tear this piece of parchment in front of the tradesman in front and point it towards one of the nearby torches where it burns. Go on. There's the gate. You ain't getting past it. There's the bridge. 2 options. Walk, or I toss you. Fuck off. And it's then you hear, there's someone climbing the wall. Ezra. Hold on a minute. You see the heavily armoured form of the gate warden just grab hold of a female porter's face, push it to one side. He grabs hold of the shoulder of another man, throws him to the side, knocks him to the ground, and just peers around the corner. Oi! Get the fuck down if you got a death wish.
Vanya, while all this is happening, she's like thinking she's gonna do a little improv because she's like, oh, what if this is not enough? So just the small little group in front of her, she's gonna say, well, if he could get in without a pass, so can we.
Yeah, we don't need a pass if he's climbing the wall. The guard immediately turns around and points to the group. First, last, final warning, shut your mouths. And he begins to draw his sword. And as he does that, he turns to the guard next to him. Daz, go and alert the other lads in the guardhouse. Get the fucking noose ready. Seems that we've got someone who, doesn't want to obey city laws now, do they? Alright. And with that, the single guardsman begins to make his way away from you to the opposite side where this shadow with this illusion's trying to climb the illusion of this man trying to climb a wall. And he draws his sword, points it up towards the man above him. You get over them walls, you're a dead man. You come down these walls, there's a chance you're going to survive. A chance, that is. As this conversation going on, from the guardhouse where the other guard charged into, immediately he returns with another 3 guards who all begin to congregate in the opening to the gate for a moment, quickly converse before one of them draws down a latch, bringing the iron gates, the iron portcullis down. One of the guards who's on the other side heads round into the coinflow district on that side of the wall, and the 2 other guards move in around to support the initial guard who's currently still in the process of shouting at this man who's trying to climb a wall.
So Vanya, again, is going to kind of entice some ruckus within the crowd. Be like, no, don't shut the gates. I have to be at work. Rush the gates.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I swear that accent gets worse every time.
13. All right. So while Vanya's shouting this, what are the rest of you doing, if anything? Yeah. Yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
Rez is watching from a distance,
Yeah, you
waiting to
just see-
hear anything from Garrett.
You see a ruckus occurring at the gate.
Cypher's gonna try and, like, when he hears it, he's gonna be the echo on the other side, you know? Like, oh yeah, she has a point. I'm gonna be fucking late for work, isn't I? Shit!
Roll me a 1d4. What's your proficiency bonus, Cypher?
For persuasion.
Yeah.
It'd be a +6, right? Oh, no. For persuasion, it'll be... it's a +5.
Roll me a 1d6 then, please. In fact, no, I think that's plus 1d8. So we'll add this to Vanya's roll, since you're helping her out.
Ooh, that takes us to 15.
15. Okay. The current cries of the crowd now. Yeah. If we don't get in, we ain't going to get paid. And if we're not going to get paid, then how am I going to put food on the table? You can't do this. Just over some fool trying to climb the walls? Yeah, some twat. Just drag him down, strip him bare, toss him in the river. Just get us through the fucking gates. Garrett?
And then Cypher's gonna push somebody. And then move away.
Oh. Garrett, is there anything you wish to add before this starts to go south?
Well, Garrett will be at a few of this, I would think.
Yes, you will certainly be able to hear it, though. It's not a quiet affair.
So,
So go on.
through the link, Garrett's going to be like, follow the plan. Well, what's the hold up?
Well, Vanya replies, still in the accent, well, I wanted to ensure that all of the guards were out before I put the window up.
It's mind-to-mind communication. You sound normal to Garrett.
Unless she's trying to talk like that in her head.
She is.
So, it's at that moment where, as Cypher pushes one of the townsfolkman turns around, sees another gentleman stood behind him who's shouting. He's like, "Did you just... Who do you think you are? You're not going to get in any quicker." And in the blink of an eye, this begins to escalate. The shorter man pushes this somewhat large gentleman, thinking he was the one who did it, and before long, fists are thrown. The scuffle between the two men turn into a four-way fight, six-way, until eventually a brawl begins to break out of all these impatient, tired, pissed off, queuing workers. The three guards who were on your side of the wall, who were trying to coax down this man climbing, two of them turn around, see this fight, and immediately, "Oh, for fuck's sake, these fucking scum! I'll get the rest of the boys. You... Don't worry, I've got it. Alright. I'll get some fucking bows and we'll get that twat down." The two guards make their way back into the gatehouse. And before long, another three guards appear, making it 6 guards in total on your side of the bridge. One of the guards rushes off towards the chap at the bottom of the wall, hands him a crossbow, before returning to make almost a quick shield wall of 5 guys on the bridge, and they immediately draw swords, first step, second step, third step onto the bridge, before eventually a single call rings out from the lead guard. "Cease, disperse, Now! Off the bridge!
So while that's happening, like whenever they were distracted, because now they're distracted by the fighting and all of that, and they've got all the other guards out. Vanya's gonna she's gonna message in the head to Garrett that she's gonna place the window. And since they had to grab their bows and as they're coming back in, because she didn't want them to know that like they were being tricked with the man and all of that, she's going to release the minor illusion.
All right, so just as the guard aims his crossbow up, lets loose a bolt. The bolt pierces through thin air as the illusion disperses.
No, before he gets out there to see it.
Oh, before he
like
gets
not
out.
for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was still stood there watching him.
Oh, he was? Okay, well
yeah,
then never mind then.
Yeah, he was
Never
stood there
mind.
just watching this guy as someone else brought him the crossbow.
So
Does that change things?
if he, yes, that does change
Okay.
things because I don't want to do that if like somebody's looking at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're not idiots.
Okay. I thought maybe they would be.
They're soldiers. All right, so you're not doing that. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right.
But I am doing the whole, in Garrett's head in
Sure.
the window.
All right, so you're putting the window up, yeah?
And unless Garrett says no,
Okay.
that's why she's warning him first.
If the wardens are ready and busy, get the window up.
And they are.
Roll me a perception check. Cypher, you're there as well, aren't you, on the bridge? Or
Yeah.
nearby? Roll me a perception check as well. So, Vanya, all you would really see, you're currently in the process of concentrating on working out the plan and talking to Garrett. You would see that the wardens, 5 of them have now drawn swords and are advancing towards this crowd on the bridge. Cypher, because you're a little bit away, you can kind of see that the crowd immediately, their rambunctiousness and eagerness to open the gates immediately lessens when the wardens step up in formation and draw weapons.
Cypher's gonna be like, all right, everybody calm down, just back up, give them the space, all right, calm down. It'll be over soon, and then we can go.
Aye, back the fuck up, now! And with that, the wardens continue, step by step. Shields in front with swords. And they begin to push this crowd back over the bridge. Some of the other bystanders who are at the side, people begin to move to the sides of the bridge. Those who weren't involved, and as the wardens pass them, they give them a glare of do anything untoward and you'll be Sparta kicked off this bridge. But it does lessen the crowd around you all. It would also be at this moment that the guards with the crossbow would be giving his last taunts towards this man climbing the wall. Any more climbs up there, mate, one more step and you'll be pulling a crossbow bolt out of your arse. I suggest you stop now. And that would give you you, both Vanya and Cypher, pretty convinced that, yes, the guards are certainly...
Cypher will just saying, now or never, gotta go.
Yeah. And Vanya will throw the window up, but make the person climbing the wall stop because they told him to stop.
Solution, you muted.
Of course I am. So basically, you've got one hand outstretched towards the wall, concentrating on this illusion as the man stops. With the second hand, you grab hold of the patch, rip it out, stick it against the wall, and all of a sudden, just this window begins to just appear in the brickwork. And an hour and 15. Shall we call a quick break before we see what happens next? Quick pee break?
Yes. I'm drowning.
Sure. Already been, but yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'll keep an eye on chat while you guys are gone.
Oh, thanks. Cheers, Callie. All right, we will be right back, I believe, on here. Got a little banner. All right, won't be a sec. I wouldn't go that far. Most of the time, it's silent kill. Yeah, right. All right. I have returned.
I'm back too.
Welcome back.
Oh crap, I forgot my water.
So go get one. I think people are still...
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I was wrestling with a bottle of Dead Man's Fingers. Couldn't get the plastic off the cork.
I put my ice cube in too late so they're not frozen, so I've had to go just neat with the old
It's good
grog.
taste.
Yeah, that other one went down far too quick.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Just waiting for the jump. Fuck's sake, Durs.
Amazon decided to take that moment to deliver something.
Oh, perfect timing.
Yeah.
I'm back again.
And welcome
Look
back
who's
again.
back again.
Oh, Carla, hey, is there some place we can read about it? Do you know what? There isn't. That is a really, really, really good point, actually. That's
I mean,
a
we
really
did
good
talk
point.
about doing a thingy episode, right? A chat with us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you are somewhat vaguely interested, by all means, click the join Discord button on my announcements tab of Discord when we go live. Normally, Lucius or someone would write up a brief a brief synopsis of what happened last episode, so you can get a rough idea of what's gone on there. But that is actually a really, really good point. As for stats, we're kind of using a third-party supplement called Grim Hollow, which is a very grim, dark setting, and it's a lot. There are a lot of homebrew elements to it. Yeah, beat you there, Durs. So yeah, there are some homebrew elements to it, but we're very much a case of a rule of cool group. But again, just as a very quick overview, currently we've got Reza, or Teresa, who is an arcane archer who is on the verge on a low tier vampire. Vanya, who is a half elven mage, bard. Garrett, who's half elven rogue, soulblade, and last but not least, we've got Cypher, who is a changeling sorcerer.
You forgot to add on Vanya that her whole objective is to spread
Chaos.
positiveness.
Positive. So she says positivity. It's actually chaos. If there was a chaotic positive alignment in D&D, that would be Vanya. But again, in these real dark settings, you do need that comic relief. But with that said, with everyone back, shall we see how they... So go on, Reza.
Reza is also a half elf.
She is. She's a half elf vampire.
Yes.
And it doesn't really matter what race you are. You can't see yourself in in mirrors anymore. So you're a monster. You're all monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you like shades of grey campaigns, that's pretty much what we offer. We're not a go save the world group of players. We're go save yourselves. Also, Hotdog 1966, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. With that, sip of the old rum. Let's see how this pans out. So with the 5 guards now currently marching down in formation the bridge, barking orders at the various commoners. You get off now, back the fuck up, or you're gonna get cut down. The other guard, with his crossbow pointed up towards the illusion Vanya cast. Vanya, you slap this patch on the wall from your row of useful items, where immediately this window appears in the brickwork. What do you all do?
Garrett's going to move into position. Take a quick look in through the newly formed window. See if there's anyone still inside the guardhouse.
As you quickly peek through the glass, you just see in this central, or this small room, there's a large desk in the centre, a couple inkwells, various documents, but the room itself appears empty. Just off to the far side there is a door that's been barged open, as if the occupant of the room has recently just grabbed his sword and shield and stormed out. You put your ear to the door, to the window for a brief moment. Silence.
Through a link, I'm going to call out to everyone. All clear?
Clear.
Clear.
Leia.
That's better.
You have to say it first for me to be able to mimic it. I can't. Other than that, it's just it's lost.
Garrett slowly lifts himself up, little by little, and moves into the room.
As your feet touch the stone cobbles, you have a quick glance around. A few lanterns hang from the walls, illuminating the duty stamp room. Again, you pause, and apart from a brief pained moan from a room out the door and to the left. There's no sign or sound of any guard activity. But what I will say is that it would be at this point, Reza, from your position on the bell tower in the on the other side of the river, you begin to see a couple of the commoners getting somewhat shirty with the guards, and it's at this moment where you'd all hear this shout out from the guard. All right, you fuckers. Fine, so be it. You don't want to obey orders. This is on you. And all of a sudden, the shouts of anarchy turn to screams of terror as the guards just begin to now, with swords drawn, cut into the first line of the townsfolk trying to cross the bridge.
So Reza, seeing this, she'll send a message to Garrett that's quietly and calmly saying, the guards are starting to cut down the civilians on the bridge.
Understood. And Garrett's going to move towards the duty desk.
All right. Roll me a quick investigation check. So while you're doing that, Cypher, Vanya, what are you two up to?
Cypher's gonna pull back behind a car away from where the guards are advancing. And he's just gonna pull out the bottle of ever smoking out of his pocket.
Oh no!
Just in case.
All right. Oh, that puts it to 11. You're good. All right. So Vanya, what are you doing at this moment in time?
Vanya's kind of still staying hidden, making sure that she's not in the crowd with what's going on, but also like having the guy on the wall kind of like very slowly like moving down.
That's right. Get your fucking ass down here now. You don't want to be pulling a crossbow bolt out now, do you? Come on. A little quicker. The guard still stood there below this illusion. Crossbow held up towards him, shouting. Anything further?
And she's just going to link to Garrett and say, "Let me know when you're done." And out the window.
Oh dear, the fake Vanya accent cracks me up.
Great, because Garrett hears her normal voice in his head.
So, with that, Garrett, as you drop down into the room, make your way towards the stamp desk, begin to look over, grabbing a few papers. Obviously, nothing really grabs your attention, and eventually you begin to start opening several of the drawers. And you get to one drawer where, when you give it a bit of a shove and a pull, it's locked. But it's also that this lock is... well, the drawer itself appears to be fully made of iron. Very heavy, very sturdy. Get the impression this may be what you're looking for.
So Garrett's going to pull out his thieves' tools. And before he attempts the lock, he's just going to check for any trap mechanisms, anything out of the ordinary that he should be worried about.
All right. Considering with the investigation roll, I would say that you're pretty confident in that it's not trapped. You know, this is a secure military guardhouse. yes, the lock is incredibly heavy duty, but it's probably not trapped. And the last thing the Novostoyan city wardens need is someone losing a hand to a trap when just trying to process paperwork.
Pays to be careful.
Absolutely.
So, I'm now going to start picking the lock.
Okay. Obviously, I'm going to ask for a quick sleight of hand check, please. This is not to see whether or not you can do it. It's just to see how long it takes you to do it. All right.
Pretty quick,
How does this look? How do you open the lock?
Although this is a heavy-duty lock built for soldiers, it's quite rudimentary. It's just to keep out the common thief rather than the more masterful thief. And with a couple of seconds of delicate movements, the lock just clicks open.
All right. And as you slide this drawer out, you notice what can only be described as a large paper stamp, almost like a device where you have to lift up an iron plate, put hot wax into a small well, and then press down this plate into the drawer itself. It's like the entire drawer is this stamping mechanism. It's not just a little emblem that is stamped onto wax. The entire drawer is dedicated, almost like a printing press or a hydraulic machine as such, where pieces of parchment are put into this drawer, the top's pressed down, the emblem and the wax is melted onto the page and then lifted up.
Out of his pocket, I take out a very small, thin box. Take the lid off, and inside is some clay that have been
Fucking arsehole.
it's soft enough to hold a imprint, but firm enough not to leave a mess.
Oh my
Just
god
slide
damn it.
under the stamp itself and pull the mechanism down, leaving a perfect imprint in the clay.
You bastard.
I set this up last week.
I know you did. You did. I'm like, all right. How can I get? How can I make something that they're not going to be able to steal? I know. We'll make it a small. A big press. No, never mind. So, as you quickly lean down and push I would say pull the lever down on this press, this iron plate drops on top of another one, and on top of the clay. As you lift it back up, there is this perfect imprint of the Novostoyan trade seal, now made of clay.
I put the top back on the box and stow it in my jacket. Close the drawer carefully. Relock it with my lockpicks. And then through the link to the watchers. Am I clear to exit?
Clear to exit. I can give you a smoky distraction if you want to be sure.
It would be during this is happening. So while this is currently happening now, with Garrett. So granted, it would still take 30 seconds, a minute or so for you to go through all of these motions. On the outside, things have continued to escalate. The guards have now cut down 2 or 3 of the commoners. Shield bashed a few more to drop them down, and are now just stood in the center of the bridge, holding everyone back. The cries of the wounded, who have now dragged themselves to the side of the bridge, howling up and down the river system, and eventually the guard at the bottom of this Run me a quick Arcana check, please, Vanya.
Okay.
While she's doing that, quick question. From Reza's point of view, does it look to her like Garrett might need more of a distraction?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration on this,
Okay.
so I'll roll at advantage.
Nice.
From your elevated position, your expert vampiric eyesight, you can see just all of these jigsaw pieces now just clipping into place. Everything's moving and you can just see the wider picture. For a brief moment, you see the guard at the base of the wall looking up at this illusion eventually just lose interest in this man who's trying to climb, and with a shit-eating smirk, he ends up firing a crossbow bolt up into the man who's climbing down the wall. You'd also notice that this would obviously not work, as what would one expect when hit in the backside with a crossbow bolt is for them to cry out in pain and fall down the wall. That doesn't happen. Instead, the crossbow bolt passes through. You see the climbing man shudder slightly as the illusion falters as this bolt just punctures through it, and for a brief moment, the guard at the bottom of the crossbow just looks up and is like, "Hey! Hey! I think we've been had!"
Reza will communicate to Garrett. It appears they've discovered the illusion. Would you like me to throw out a distraction? Perhaps a grasping arrow?
If they start coming this way, then yes.
Understood.
You'd notice that as this guard once again calls out, "Hey, are you not listening?" Oh, fuck. He begins to make his way over, crossing over the bridge, near the gate at least, towards the gatehouse door, where he drops the crossbow through the doorway, draws his sword, and begins to make his way to the group of 5 other guards who are on the bridge. At this point, Cypher, Vanya, you would also know, Vanya in particular would know that he's... the gig is up with the man on the wall.
Has anybody approached the window or gone into the guardhouse?
Garrett's in the guardhouse.
No, I meant, like, have any of the guards,
No, not yet,
you said
no.
he dropped his crossbow inside, but he didn't go inside.
He went to the door, he pushed open the door, he threw his crossbow into the guardhouse, and then drew his sword to return to his friends.
Reza will just communicate to Garrett. Could she see the gatehouse door being opened?
Yeah, from you're literally, the way you are, you're looking directly at the gate, so you would see him make motion towards the door.
All right, so she's going to say to Garrett, "No one has walked in, but the door to the gatehouse is open." Completely forgetting her accents.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That was me.
Disguises, yes.
I will say also, because Vanya doesn't want to be caught like casting that, since she knows that kind of the gig is up, that she is going to try to stay more hidden and not be like focusing on that anymore.
All right, roll me a quick stealth check. No. When you say hidden, how does this look? How are you trying to stay hidden?
Well, so she was already kind of like crouching down behind like some bushes and all of that, and like, but before she was more kind of like, like to be able to like visually see it. she was having to kind of like see through some of the shrubs and all of that. Well, now she's kind of more in like where the thicker part is.
All right.
And then also, I can't remember if I asked you whenever we were like doing all of this, can I use my brick patch? I know it's a 10-foot wall, but can I use it inside of the brick wall to do a patch on the brick wall? Okay. Perfect.
I would, you know, there would still be elements of the window there. Well, you know what? I say, yes, you can do it, but for how good of a job you do, I say we'll leave it up to the dice. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds good. I just want to, I want to make sure, like when Garrett gets out, like that, you know, there's not a window there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We'll definitely can do it. We'll just see, you know, how good of a job it does, and see what the dice say. Are you feeling lucky? That's the question.
I don't know. My rolls have been kind of shitty.
All right. So with you now taking cover, Cypher, what are you up to?
He's ready in this. He's ready in the potion, just kind of fiddling with the cap, ready to just make a big smoking distraction.
All right. In that case, then we shall circle back round to Garrett, as you've now got this imprint.
I've moved back round to the window. And through the link, one more time. Am I clear to leave?
Does it look like anyone's paying attention to the window?
Not in the slightest.
Clear.
Clear from here.
Clear from here.
Fucking.
Go on, Garrett.
And Garrett just slivers out the window and onto the floor into the shadows.
Should I go on, Garrett?
Go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say, as she sees him sliver out, she's going to throw, because she knows that no one's looking, is going to throw the brick wall up to patch where the window has been.
Are you literally throwing it, or are you, going to somehow transport this?
I will use my mage hand to transport it over there so that it goes in perfect.
Smart.
Well, guided by the DM on that one, fucking hell.
Yeah, he definitely, he helped out.
DM's got a favorite.
It's not. Wow.
Somebody's got to help me.
That is literally your one and only free pass this session, Jump. So.
We'll see about that solution.
All right, in that case. All right, then.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
As the mage hand slaps this patch against the wall, let us see how well it does.
Oh, good.
I was originally gonna say, Vanya, roll me a performance check to see how but no.
No.
As for that,
dick.
I'm going to ask you to roll me a twist of fate, please.
Shit balls. Okay. I got too cocky. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Lucius, why'd you let me do that?
I didn't. You've just got a massive mouth.
I do.
And you haven't learned in the last 2 years. Why would you learn now?
I know. You guys, it's what's it saying? I don't think I can do it. Hold on. It says, roll a fate. You need to select some tokens first.
All right. Let me just turn that on. So you can you see yourself at the bottom there?
Yes.
Yeah. Click on yourself and then click twist of fate. Oh no! Oh dear. So, as the mage hand floats over and slaps this patch against the guard tower wall, a wall is indeed erected. and it does overcome the window. The only problem is that originally there was only a window into the office. There is now a 10 foot by 10 foot red brick wall, square patch on an otherwise grey cobble tower.
Oh shit. Can I don't I guess for the time being I could just cast prestidigitation to make it look like the same while we're still there.
Not on a wall, no. That's going to require more than a minor illusion to paint a wall. Luckily, no one's noticed at the minute. The guards are currently engaged with the crowd, and it's still it's still off to the side of the tower. They'll probably only notice it when they go back inside.
You guys, I got another brick wall. Do you guys want me to try it again?
I think at this point you've done enough.
Garrett's gonna kick me out of the group.
Right.
So she's
Cypher's just going to send smoke and mirrors if you need it. Because he sees this red brick wall just appear, and he's like, fuck.
She's gonna telepathic link to everybody and say,
You can't.
Not to everyone, just to Garrett.
oh, just to Garrett.
To Garrett.
Okay, so, well, no, because I have telepathic link.
Yours within 30 feet, so you could do Garrett and Cypher.
All right, so she's gonna to Garrett and Cypher, and she's gonna say, I fucked up.
And through Garrett's link, all you hear is, we'll talk of this later.
So, not to hurry you lot along, but the guard at this point are now... the crowd have started to disperse. They've seen 3 or 4 members of the QB not straight out killed, but cut, slashed. And they've all now started to disperse from the bridge. The original fighting spirits of the workers quickly leaving as they're faced with the overwhelming violence from the city wardens.
We're going to need a diversion.
I can give you smoke.
Was that to everybody,
good.
Garrett?
Sorry?
Did you send that to everybody, or did you say
no,
it
just
out?
the people near us.
Okay.
It was a normal voice.
Cypher's a little bit further back now behind a cart.
Oh. Mm. Okay, through a link to Cypher. Can you magically set anything on fire? Okay, some of the goods going through the gates.
Don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I can use prestidigitation, make a little shower of sparks to set something on fire. Something dry, kindling. Is any like fabric card or like anything carrying wheat or beers
There'd
of
be a
hail?
few carts. Yeah, there'd definitely be. Not so much hay. It's mostly trade goods for the Coinflow district. So the closest you would get would be linen sacks full of stuff.
So he fire off a couple of prestidigitations just so a couple of sparks start to catch.
All right.
Does Vanya
one
see
of the things.
this?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And then I'm going to pop the cork on the thingy as well.
Okay.
So Vanya sees him cast that, and it starts to light on fire, and she's going to cast Control Flames.
All right. Saf,
And
what are
make
you
it-
doing? You want to throw up, get into the habit of throwing up your...
Oh,
You do
yeah. Prestidigitation for Dispelly spell and for my inventory. The other smoking bottle!
So, the way this looks, or the way I see it looking is, you would begin reaching out with prestidigitation, and Vanya, you would notice on one of the carts where Cypher's motioning to, a few sparks beginning to just burst into life. Now, on its own, prestidigitation wouldn't really be able to set these, linen bags alight, but with your help and your guidance with the control flame, these sparks begin to just narrow down so that they're only hitting a certain central point on one of these sacks before immediately smoke begins to coalesce before turning into a small flame. And with that, I would imagine now you launch the ever-smoking... What are you doing with the ever-smoking bottle? Are you just uncorking it, or...?
Yeah, I'm uncorking it, and then I'm being like, "Oh, there's a fire! One of the carts is on fire!" But it comes out in like a big 60-foot radius, like really quick, right?
Yeah. Just... Yeah, so basically within seconds, the entire area just covered in smoke, and you immediately just begin to hear the shouts and screams of the townsfolk. The city wardens immediately shout, "What? Fire? When I find out which one of you rapscallions did this, I'm gonna cut your fucking heads off!" Immediately you begin to hear the heavy plated boots of what was originally a line of wardens now form into a circle. And as that's happening, the entire area is completely concealed in smoke.
Cypher's going to start walking away and change his appearance as he walks, because nobody can see in the smoke, right?
Nobody. You are correct. Nobody can see in the smoke.
Okay. He's going to like be bumping into people and stuff and just trying to get away. Like, "Oh, there's a fire!"
Reza, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Reza is going to send a message to Garrett. Do you want me to make this look like an assassination attempt?
Let's not do anything to incite violence with the wardens. If we can get out of here without violence, more the better. But if we have pursuit, if you can slow them down, that would be great.
Understood. I'll watch your back. Shout if you need me to act instantly.
So, with that, Cypher, you're currently bumping through the crowd, making your way over the bridge.
Yeah, I've restopped the ever smoking bottle so it doesn't get any bigger.
Okay. All right. Vanya, what are you doing? As this, all of a sudden, within the space of literally seconds, this small flame turns into a huge cloud of smoke.
She's going to exit as well, and is going to change her appearance with prestidigitation.
Okay.
So she's going to change the color of her dress, and then also kind of the makeup on her face.
Okay. last but not least, Garrett.
Garrett's going to melt into the smoke. And as he starts passing the wardens, he's just going to shout, "Don't just stand there, get buckets, you'll lose the whole goddamn guardhouse."
Oh, you son of a bitch. Roll me a persuasion check. So, at that, just as with Garrett being the last one out of the smoke, you immediately, Garrett would see, because again, with the ever-smoking bottle corked, it would slowly begin to fade due to it being open air. Not enough for people to be able to see easily, but for you to just make out the guards, and you would see them at the last moment just begin to, or at least a few of them, start taking steps in the direction of the courtyard to pursue the fleeing group of civilians, whoever started this. And with that call out, you see them immediately stop, turn around, and shit! Donovan, grab that crossbow, get on eye, get on the wall. Anyone suspicious, just fucking nail him in the courtyard. Aye, sir, consider it done. Which the initial 6 now guards begin to make their way towards the edge of the bridge, where there's several buckets filled with the river water. And again, through the smoke, that will be the last you see of them as you emerge out into the courtyard from this cloud of smoke. That call out was pretty loud. I would imagine you would all have heard the shout for crossbows, as would the crowd of townsfolk, who immediately just begin to scream louder as they all bolt in a multitude of directions.
And for the link, Garrett's just going to say, "Run with the townsfolk."
And
Melt
we do.
into the crowd.
Yep, I listen.
As the three of you meld into the crowd of, again, at this point, it's been a good 10 minutes since you first started this. The crowd had grown bigger due to people going to work in the coin flow, but now it's just chaos out in the courtyard. Women, children, men, all ages, some quicker than others, now just begin to scatter like mice. Reza, from your position, you would begin to see 2 or 3. Yeah, let's go for the high one. Let's go for 3. 3 of the guards make their way up a set of stairs on the outside of the wall to the arrow slits above the gate, and then you would begin to see several bolts just fly out towards the nearest people, who some who were not interested, who stayed on the bridge, and as the smoke clears, they're just hit with crossbow bolts from the guards.
So she's got figure out and an arrow pointed. So and she sends a message to Garrett. Has anyone been hit of our party?
No, we're all safe. We're in the crowds. It's only the people close that got hit.
Understood. I'll give it 5 more minutes and then depart my location.
Carefully. It's the last word Garrett says for breaking the link.
Alright. And with that then, last but not least, Garrett, Vanya, Cypher, I'm going to need you all to make me a deception check, please.
Deception.
Jesus. Those are really good, apart from Cypher's. within, I would say, 3-4 inches, Cypher, as you're currently sprinting with the crowd, a crossbow bolt skims by your head. It hits the cobbles in front of you, skitters across and bounces off. A narrow miss. A very narrow miss.
I don't stop. I don't look back. I don't do anything. I just keep going.
Vanya, Garrett, both of you, crossbow bolts begin to whiz over your heads as you continue fleeing. The number of guards has now moved to 6, 7 perhaps on the gatehouses. They disperse the crowd in a somewhat over-enthusiastic manner. Welcome to Nova Stoya. But I will say that gives you all the chance to flee the scene. So, you know what? Fuck it. I want all of you to give me a little brief summary of how you escape. Maybe something. One of the crossbow bolts gets close, or someone close by gets hit. Vanya, let's start with you.
All right. Well, of course, she's with the crowd, and she makes sure she is not the last person. So when she's in the crowd, there's people behind her. So if somebody's gonna get hit, it's gonna be them and not her. and she just kind of follows them through the streets, and until they get to an area where there's vendors, where there's a ton more people, and she is going to kind of melt into the crowd that's shopping and stop running, and again is going to use prestidigitation to change her appearance. So if they had seen her before, now she's in a different colored dress, has different colored hair, and is going to act like she's shopping now.
All right. Reza, how did you get out of your perch? What do you do?
So, Reza slings her bow over her back, picks up her cloak off the floor, pulls it up over her head, and then, since there's potentially more scrutiny in the city now than when she climbed up here, she is going to also... Please hold.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's standing. Yeah, there we go. All right.
She's going to use prestidigitation and change the color of her cloak and her dress.
Okay.
To the same shade as the building she's climbing down.
All right. Again, for the vast majority of people, they would just see this, what can only be described as a dirty ooze making its way down the side of the building. If anyone was bothered to look.
Yeah. And when she gets to the ground, she's going to look around and make sure there's nobody paying attention to her. I'm assuming it's a back alley. She would have targeted back alley too.
Absolutely.
So she is going to once again prestidigitation her cloak into something that looks like a mourning veil, black. Okay. Change her dress to black. Take her bow. Carefully put pressure on the wood and take the string off so it springs up straight.
Okay.
And prestidigitation it to look like a walking stick.
I would say that's sort of pushing it more towards a minor illusion. Yeah, that's...
okay.
But
so
even
she'll...
an unstrung bow would certainly, to an untrained eye, look like a walking stick.
Okay. And then she's gonna clean her face off, best she can of all the makeup, and then just like walk out with the appearance of a widow walking through the streets with a walking stick.
Smart. Garrett, Cypher, who wants to go next?
Cypher can go first.
All right, go Cypher.
Cypher will actually trip somebody up.
As you're running through the now clearing smoke, you see this. "Ah!" Some guys tripped up behind you to the sound.
It was Rudy. You tripped Rudy.
Oh shit! What the fuck are you doing, bitch? As crossbow bolts rain down.
Yeah. So, yeah, Cypher's going to trip somebody up and then just duck down an alleyway, take off his cloak, throw it on the closest hobo on his face, so he can't see me. And by the time he pulls the cloak off, it's a totally different person standing in front of him, and he's just going to keep walking.
Someone gave me. This is mine now. This is mine now.
Yes, nice cloak, mate. And I just keep walking. Shape change.
Shape change. Nice. All right. Garrett was the one most in the fire there, so.
Okay. So I've been following quite closely behind Cypher, shielding him from the crossbow bolts. At the last second, I noticed him trip somebody up, and I hop gazelle-like over.
Hey, what were you doing? No, in fact, sorry, wrong person. Oh God, help me up! They shot me in the back. Oh fuck! Oh.
And then, as I stand at the end of the alleyway, just inside the alleyway,
Sure.
I peeled the disguise off my face, pull my cloak back, and just go strolling off with Cypher back towards the folly.
So, in spite of me and all of the potential machinations of that going awry,
I mean,
unrecognized, unnoticed. Yeah?
True.
Chef's kiss. Well done. Excuse me. Anybody wish to do anything on their way back towards the Baron's Folly, or...
Can I go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna make a joke, but you go ahead.
Cypher will just be his obnoxious self, talking to Gary, but like, an arrow came flying by and nearly got me, but I dodged it. Like, it was really good. You should have saw it.
But nothing hitting, right?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Manya?
So while she was shopping with the vendors, she is going to, because she knows that she messed up, she's going to just go to a vendor that has tools, and she's just gonna pick a random tool as a present for Garrett for forgiveness.
All right. Let's sure I've got a roll table for this. All right. Roll me a D1 / R space 1D100, please. All right. Let me What's that? Number 12. Congratulations. Can I drag this into chat?
A pot.
You, in fact, actually, let's one up that. Let's say you both get, so as you go to this vendor, so what are you looking for, if you don't mind me asking?
And she's still got the voice. I have a friend, and I am looking for a gift for my friend. He likes to tinker with things, and
Is that so? Well, in fact, I've got the perfect thing for people who like tinkering. Look, here you go. And you see this small gnome take an iron pot and a 10-foot pole, and he puts the pot on the end of the pole, hoists it up. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? It's gonna blow your mind. Blow your damn mind. Are you ready?
yes,
Say yes. Good.
yes.
And he begins to just swirl this iron pot on this pole. Look. Tinker. Can you hear this? Listen to the sound. Can you hear the sound? Aye, it's a tinkering sound.
Oh,
You want
that
it,
really
don't you?
Does.
You need it. Perfect. It's yours. Here you go. And
Yeah, it sounds like things that he does in his room.
Good. Here you go. And he thrusts this pot and this 10-foot pole into your hands, Vanya. That'll be 2 silver.
She gets in her little pouch and hands him 2 silver. And before she walks away, she goes, "Are you sure?"
Yes, I'm sure.
That
Go on, fuck
he
off
will
now.
Oh, okay. And off she goes with this 10-foot pole and iron pot under one hand, and comes into the folly.
Question: is that gnome cross-eyed?
Yes.
You just got fleeced by a cross-eyed gnome.
Oh dear. So yeah, at this point I would say that you would all have made it back to the folly, and you turn around at the sound of the door opening, and the only thing that emerges to start with is the end of a 10-foot pole. Followed shortly after by Vanya.
Garrett! Still using Rez's voice.
Cypher leans over to Garrett and goes, "Is that so you can't hit her?"
Can do this though, but in the mental link, I shout.
Oh no.
What
Oh, no.
part of coming back here undercover did you not understand? A 10-foot pole.
So it's gonna. She wasn't expecting the shouting, and it's gonna startle her, and she drops all of the stuff so that it makes like this big loud clanging noise.
The pole makes a tinkering noise as the wood hits the ground, but the pot certainly clangs.
And she's gonna not like responding back to him in the head, now using her normal voice. Garrett, well, I thought I would get you something because the red brick wall and look, and she picks the pole up and she puts the pot on it and is like doing the circular motions with it, making the noises, and says, "The guy told me that this is the taker and that you do and that you would appreciate this. Ooh, this is giving my arms a workout." And like she's going really, really fast, and then she slows down, and then the pot is just gonna go all the way down to her hands. and say, "This is for you."
The pot I can use. The pole. Give it to Francis for firewood or something.
Okay. I can do that. Are we forgiven?
What's this we?
Um.
I'm not there. I didn't say that in RP.
Oh.
I'll think about it.
Thank you, Garrett. And off she goes to give the 10-foot pole to Francis.
So back at the Folly, we've got myself, Vanya, and Cypher, right?
Yes. I don't think Rez was there yet. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would imagine since she waited 5 minutes longer, she's gonna come back within 10 minutes of them getting back.
Okay.
As I've still got my link up, and it's a mile.
Yep.
Reza, is everything okay?
Yes, just being oh fuck, what's the word? Discreet. I'll be back shortly.
See you at the Folly when you get back.
All right. Anything further?
While I'm waiting for Reza to come back, I'm going to take my new cast iron pot. And take a few pieces of lead.
Okay.
Out to the behind the Folly into our little courtyard area.
Okay.
Start a little fire in one of the sort of working areas.
Sure. Yeah, there would be at the back of the Folly. There'd be several old benches and enough things for you to use for that. Yeah, not a problem.
Then through my link. Anya.
Vanya is currently in the kitchen with Francis and this 10-foot pole. Francis looks at the pole. Oh, help me do that, and then I'm home.
I'm not really certain what you said, but I'm re-gifting this, I guess, because originally I had gotten it for Garrett, and he said he didn't have any use for this pole. So, and she's at the end of it and is just kind of waving it in his face, like the tip of it.
Yeah. I don't have any more pole, man. That's a very big fucking skewer, I guess.
I think I heard skewers. Yeah, I guess you could for that, but Garrett was like firewood, or you could roast a pig.
Francis slips around the pole and with the pole on his shoulder, he begins to close in on Vanya with this creepy look on his face, and he gets within, I would say, 10 to 12 inches of Vanya and be like, Vanya. I want a pig. I want a big pig. Get me a pig that I can skewer on this here.
Oh. I know just the place. You remember Mabel?
No, I'm not talking from the market. I want like a big pig, like a bull. I want a bull. Give me a bull from the forest.
Or from the forest. Wait. I don't... Does it need to be alive?
No, I'm gonna fucking cook it. I'm gonna be dead. So no, it don't have to be. I mean, if you want to bring it, I don't mind bringing it. You know, it's there to be honest, easier to cook, so that'll be fine. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
I don't know. A boar. Okay, I heard
Yeah.
boar, and you want it. Okay.
Yeah, you bring me a bowl, and I'm gonna get on the fire and roast it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind eating that instead of what you've been feeding me. So, okay. Let me go to, I don't know where to even start. I'll go talk to the group about that.
No, you know, how way you just getting, you know, a bowl, you know, you're gonna go to the docks, you know, some sort of squid, and that might work, something pretty big for roasting, you know, people are gonna be alright, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm always looking to expand my skills and to become a better person. And you know, and things I don't know about the squid, but okay, boar it is. She's gonna say, I'll get, we'll see about a boar, and she's gonna leave the pole like balancing on his shoulder as she walks out.
Yeah, thanks for the skewer.
As Vanya walks out of the kitchen, Reza is walking into the folly.
Okay.
And you just see, like, there's a long black veil draped over her face, and her dress is black.
It would also be at this moment where, Vanya, you would hear Garrett in your head as well, just say, Vanya. So, actually,
Yeah?
we'll come back to that in a minute. Cypher,
Okay.
what's your response to seeing Reza step in?
He just kind of squints at her like, I don't get it.
What? What's there not to get?
What are you supposed to be?
A widow.
What's that?
Ask Garrett.
Garrett! So I just wanders off to find Garrett.
Alright, I'm
And
going to
you're-
chime it. So go on, Vanya.
I was gonna say, does Vanya see the hole in the dress?
It's a small hole, like in the ruffle of the hem, I think. So
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
not immediately.
Probably not immediately, no.
Okay.
That'd be something you'd have to look, you know, when you get it and you begin to examine it up close. Very quickly though, Legitimine, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Go on, Vanya, my apologies.
Oh no, that's all right. We'll definitely be inspecting that dress later.
Alright, but yeah, so Vanya, you would hear now Garrett's voice through the psychic link just call your name.
Is he back in his room, or is
No,
he?
he's outside at the. I don't. You'd have seen him enter the kitchen and leave as you entered. So yeah, you know he's outside. But yeah, all you heard was Vanya.
She's gonna respond back. Where'd you go? Do you want to see me? Yes. I thought we were good.
I need you in the courtyard.
Okay. And she heads that way.
All right, you make your way through the kitchen, out the side door, behind the back of the folly to the courtyard, where you see Garrett's.
Vanya,
Mm-hmm.
I need this lead to melt. Can you wiggle your fingers or do whatever it is you do and make the fire more?
Oh yes, yes. Garrett, I can do that for you.
And Garrett doesn't say anything, he just motions towards the fire.
And she's going to cast Control Flames to... but she didn't ask, like, how high or how hot. She just full blasts. Control Flames.
All right, this fire immediately just bursts into life, like a roaring inferno around this small crucible that Garrett set up.
You don't want to melt the pan, just the lead inside.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was just getting really excited because you asked me to help. And she lowers it real slowly until it's just kind of like a, it's touching the pan, just flickering it ever so slightly, heating it up.
The licks of flame eventually turn the lead into liquid.
Cypher.
Yeah. So what's a widow?
We'll talk about that in a minute. Can you run up to my room and get me the large metal tongs, please?
Okay. And he runs, literally bolts to Garrett's room, pushing and knocking anybody out of his way.
Including
over.
Reza, who's walking upstairs.
And
Yeah, he's going to shove her up the stairs a bit.
Francis is also knocked. In fact, actually, as you step back into the kitchen to go from the side door, make me a acrobatics check, Cypher. How do you avoid Francis turning around with his 10-foot pole?
I actually I'm running and he turns around and swings it, and I full on slide on my knees, head back, just limbo under it. I keep going. Are you muted again?
I am. So you bolt through the door, skirt through the Baron's Folly itself, hit the second door to the stone stairwell, and there, what happens between you and Reza?
I just run full pelt into the back of her, knocking her forward.
Does he rip the dress?
It's got to be a twist of fate, that.
I mean, that's a twist of fate, that one. Absolutely. Cypher. Success could be you succeed in ripping it or you succeed in... I'm going to leave it to your discretion. What happens?
Yeah, it tears. He ends up getting tangled in the frilling, and he just pulls his leg away, and it just, as the whole skirt area of the dress comes away. And you see Cypher run upstairs with the dress attached to his leg.
The internal netting, the lacy part is just torn away.
Yeah, the petticoat's just gone.
Reza, I imagine she's sprawled on the stairs at this point. She just watches him run up and she's just like, fuck, we almost made it.
I didn't get a chance to do it myself, but I'm proud of you, Cypher. Go on, carry on.
He rummages around in Garrett's room, gets the tongs, takes the petticoat off, throws it at Teresa on the way back past, and just throws it in her face as he's go past and keeps running.
Does he knock her down again?
Roman acrobatics check.
Go okay.
Reza, Roman acrobatics.
Okay. Let me see. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just as you've managed to collect yourself, you see Cypher at the last moment barreling towards you. What do you do?
She just sees him barreling and netting flying, and she just does this twirling dive catch kind of maneuver, picking up the skirts and like a bullfighter picking up the flag so the bull can run under them.
Ole!
All right, Cypher, you continue back and eventually bursting through into the kitchen, where at this point Francis has made his way down into the basement. You burst out the side door, into the alley, down the side, eventually back into the courtyard, where Garrett and Vanya are stood around this small fire melting lead.
And now Cypher's uncharacteristically red in the face, puffing and panting. I got it! I did it!
Thank you. Yeah, just wait there, and hand me in when I ask for him.
Okay, and he's just playing with the tongues, making them clack.
Clack,
Bloody
clack.
lips.
So Garrett opens the box with the clay mould in,
Okay.
and he cuts a little groove to the side of the box, closes it up and latches it again, and places it to one side. We wait a couple of minutes for the lead to fully liquefy. Liquefy? Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tongs, please, Cypher.
Well, yeah, I got him.
I take the tongs, remove the pot from the fire. That's enough fire now, thank you, Vanya.
And she stops.
And with practice ease, tips the lead into the groove is made in the box. The lead going down through the indentation and forming an outline of the seal.
Nice.
Cypher, can you do something to cool this box for me? He makes the finger wiggling sign again.
Maybe. I don't know. What will cool it down?
You could blow on it.
That's stupid.
Oh.
Surely one of your spells can cool things. You can heat things up and set things on fire. Can you cool?
I can't do a prestidigitation. I could maybe make a bolt of shadow. That might work. Just don't be careful with it because they're dangerous.
Maybe we'll just wait then.
I get a jug of water.
Yeah, let's do that.
What jug of water?
Let's go normal. Surrounded by people in magic and no one can cool down and melt him.
I mean, all spells do cold damage, but like damage. So Scythe will run off and just get a big old jug of water.
Yeah. Easily enough. Not only is there well out back, there's a multitude of jugs and buckets of water available from the kitchen. So yeah, wouldn't be a problem.
All right, what now?
I just dropped the box into it.
With a slight sizzle, a few moments pass and the lead cast of the trade seal is complete.
I fish out with the tongs. Look at him. It's going to need some cleaning up, but this should do.
That's clever. That's clever. Yeah.
Can I throw a meanwhile in there?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, Reza has gone up to Vanya and Cypher's room. And she carefully takes the now black dress off, puts her own clothes back on, then uses prestidigitation. I'll throw it up in a second. To turn the black dress that is in her closet to pink.
Okay.
And then hangs up the black dress in her closet next to where the black dress was, so it looks like the pink dress is back in her closet and perfect.
Oh no.
So wait, hold on. Let me get this right. You're using one of your dresses
No, the
in her
No.
closet.
No. The original pink dress that Reza took that's been through some shit today and is now black. She's hung it up in your closet so it looks like the black version of the dress you had in 3 colors.
Mm-hmm.
And she's turned the black one pink to look like the pink dress that she borrowed, and then it's in perfect condition.
I needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Because
the
I
old
was
switcheroo.
not interpreting that.
Yeah.
So, so the little switcheroo happens. Reza gets her clothes back on, and pulls out the chunk of gold and walks downstairs to figure out where everybody is.
All right. So while you're on the way down, I would say at this point this is where Garrett, Cypher, and Vanya have. Garrett's just said, this needs some cleaning, cleaning up, but it'll work. So yeah, Garrett and crew, back to you.
Okay, Cypher, dump the rest of that water out on the fire. Put it out. We don't want any accidents.
Okay. Ow.
Now. We had some jobs to do. I'll finish up this damp and the rest of the paperwork probably this evening. And over the next couple of days.
And then what?
How long have we been in charge here?
Oh God, it was a couple of weeks.
Long enough to make it an establishment that's fun and life-changing.
I was looking for a number, but
Oh.
thanks for your input. I suppose we ought to go and pay our bills.
Cypher scrunches up his nose. Oh, I don't like that.
No, but there was an agreement made that we got the Baron's Folly, but a percentage of the profits had to go to a certain dwarf that we know.
Asmund? We're gonna go visit Asmund.
Yay! It's been a while.
Yes, and I think he also owes us some keys and maybe a little information.
Vanya pipes up. Do you think also he might have like a boar and a squid?
What?
Have you been drinking?
No. When I handed Francis the 10-foot pole, he wants to roast a pig, and then like somehow he went like something down by the docks and a squid, and he's like, can you get me a boar? I'm not really certain about the squid and how that plays in, but I'm thinking he wants a boar and a squid to put on the pole.
What's this about a boar and a squid? There you all are.
Oh, Francis is wanting to roast some things on my 10-foot pole.
You have a 10-foot pole. Sounds
Well,
like you're exaggerating.
No, it's every bit of what I say it is, but it's not mine anymore. Like I tried to give it to Garrett, and Garrett wouldn't take it. So then he told me to give it to Francis, and he wanted it.
Francis wanted your 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a phrase I thought I'd ever say. What's going on out here?
I'm going to call a quick bio break before we carry on.
Okay.
I'm about to piss myself. Fuck's sake. Right. Yeah. We will.
Sorry, children.
Alright. We will be right back for the aftermath of this conversation. Oh dear. Get a refill. Alright, won't be a sec.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I also have a bowl full of roast potatoes.
You are winning life. Now I want roast potatoes.
They're really good.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Roast taters at nearly 11 o'clock at night. You monster. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry.
Wasn't expecting that. Whew.
Never expect a 10-foot pole.
No. No one expects the 10-foot pole.
This is your fault. You brought the pole in.
That's how you gave it to her.
Tell you what, this 10-foot pole's gone through some people, huh?
See, this is why it never gets old, you know. I can just... Here's a random item. And immediately, in the space of half an hour, you find a use for both of them.
Meme.
Oh my god. Alright, I think we're just waiting for Vanya to return.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Alright, so with the four of you now in the back alley, having discussed the boar and the 10-foot pole, I relinquish the stage back to you.
So, Cypher's been rummaging in Vanya's pockets for snacks. So, What's the Rosamund?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Garrett's
See her
also
late.
got something out of Banya's pocket. Um,
And Vanya
Yeah.
sees them getting things out of her pocket, so she gets something out of her pocket too.
You're not going to share with me? No, it's fine. I don't eat anyways. Whatever.
It's in my left-hand pocket right here. Just
No,
put your
I
hand in there
don't
and grab
want your
something.
human food. No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay.
yeah, we have to take Asmon's cut of the profits.
Can Reza see like the remains of the melting down operation that just happened here?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the fire would be out. There would still be the small iron pot used as a crucible, with the dregs of molten lead in there, which those would be the immediate thing you'd notice.
So Reza's gonna reach into her pouch and pull out the chunk of gold and say, "Before we go, can we split this in half? It belongs to myself and Cypher."
I'm okay with this.
Well, I need to put my tools away and get the box with Asmund's payment from my room. I'm sure I can find something to split that down for you.
Sorry, what'd you say, Lee?
So I can find something to split that down for you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Garrett.
Cypher's got a shit-eating grin on his face.
Hey, Pariahs, how are you? A wild Arius has snuck
Morose
in.
motherfucker.
I know. A wild Arius has snuck in here. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Good. What have you been up to these days? So, very quickly, while I think Garrett, how do you plan to, or again, open it up to the rest of you? What's the plan?
We're off up to my room. I'm going to split the gold in half, pick up the box with Asmund's payment,
Okay.
finish eating what I've got out of Anya's pocket, and make our way over to the new and improved Frank table.
All right. Anyone have anything or any other closing matters to attend to in the folly before you depart towards the Palta district?
No, I'm good.
Nope. I'm good. We don't have time for the dress thing.
Oh, that-
At another time.
That's gonna be something for another day.
Yeah. Might be a whole session.
We'll get on a Discord call after this.
I'm
Party
on
it
board.
out.
All right, so just as a very quick idea, Garrett, how do you split this gold nugget in half?
I go up to my work table, take out a large chisel, put it dead center on the lump of gold, and just smack it with a hammer.
Fair.
It's gold.
It's gold.
It's soft as you like.
It is indeed. And yeah, you are more than sufficient with your strength to chisel through this small blob of gold.
Yeah, it's kind of shaped like a disc representing the shape of the bottom of a glass bottle, which is where it
Yeah.
hardened.
Yeah.
Damn it, did you get in my pocket too?
Vampire snatch. Blood sausage.
Dried blood. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Yummy. So with that then, Garrett, I would imagine you grab the container of coin for Asmund, and the rest of you gather in the main hall of the Folly before venturing out, making your way through Market Row, eventually northwest before entering the Polter District. As you enter the familiar streets of the Polter District, and eventually start winding your way down the main road towards the Thanked Table, I would say at this point it's probably prime time for business hours for most of the taverns in Novostoya. And you notice that there is quite the queue building up outside the Thanked Table Tavern. Not as big as some of the queues that you've had recently, but regardless, it still seems to be heaving, and quite a large cacophony of noise echoes out of laughs and cheers and jeers from the Thanked Table.
Was it lively?
Asmund seems to be doing well for himself. And Garrett walks past the entire queue, straight up to the door.
As you get to the door, there's a rather burly gentleman in, I would say, pretty well maintained leather armor, and he sort of looks over Garrett, raises a brow, smiles, and then steps aside.
Well, thank you, my good man. And I palm him a silver coin and have yourself a cold drink when you're finished for the day.
Well, it's been a while since we last saw you. How goes the Folly?
Very well, thank you.
Good. I'd heard rumors that you'd all had a little bit of issue when we departed and moved here.
Some teething troubles, but things seem to be on the up and up now.
Good. It's a shame that I couldn't stay, but Asmund has the contract to me, so it is what it is. And I see you had the rest of them with you. He looks towards
Yes.
Cypher, Vanya, and Reza, and offers a brief nod. This is a chap you've met before. It's one of the usual bunkies guards from before.
Yep.
The only one that made it out alive.
Yeah.
Cypher plays with his goatee, goes, and walks past.
Reza just gives him a nod, shaking her head at Cypher, and walks in.
As you step into the Thanked Table, you're met with just the roar of entertainment. All of the tables are full to the brim of pretty much all walks of life from the Polter District, from your dock hands who port goods around to the various shop owners, shop assistants, and at the far end, next to the large glass window, is a single table full of drinks with a single dwarf sat there surrounded by 4 or 5 women of different races.
Of course he is.
He doesn't notice you enter.
If the walls could talk in Garrett's room.
So, I nod to the...
Sorry, Garrett, very, very... Can you just nudge yourself up just a smidge? That's
Yeah.
alright, but you just don't... Hey, that's better, thank you, mate.
I nod to the group to follow me, and I walk up to Asmund's table, but trying to stay in his blind spot.
He's too busy currently frolicking. You know, he's got this an elven woman draped across his lap with a dwarf last playing with his hair, and Alright, alright. Well, no, it's not the time. We've got all the people and the punters in. Just chill yourself. Fucking hell, love. Come on now.
I get right behind his chair and lean round to whisper into his ear. You don't change, do you, Asmund?
Oh, you fucking bastard. Oh. Gallet. Oh, shite. It's been a while. Oh. Hey, God, just, he begins to shoo the elf off his lap. Fucking. He just click his fingers. Couple of chairs, if you don't mind. Just for table up front. Are you good? Just give me a second, Garrett. What are you drinking?
Just water for me, but
Oh,
the
you
rest of the
bitch.
group's here.
Alright, yeah, fucking milk.
Mojos!
Yeah, fucking milk, of course it is for safer. Vanya, good to see you. Are you still, water?
Something fizzy and bubbly. Like, hopefully you have something better than you did than back at the folly. It was kind of rancid.
No, I don't. Do you think this is some sort of fucking upper class? You know what? All right, whatever. I'll. Sorry.
Water, then?
I'll cite you something out. I'm sure I can. Something bubbly for Vanya, and then fucking hell, Reza. You
Remembered my name, Asmund.
Aye, of course I do. Don't start that shite with me. What do you
Good
want?
to see you, Asmund. Flagon of your finest.
Oh, fucking hell. I thought you'd be wanting to, latch onto... Anyway, never mind. I'll get you something special. With that, Asmund just begins to click towards several of the waiting staff, and they offer him a bow before dipping into the back room. So, pull up a pew, the lot of you. What brings you to my... How'd you like the place, eh? Some motion around the thanks table.
It's a lot nicer than it was last time we were here.
Aye, you're not wrong. It's funny the sort of shite you find downstairs when you start digging.
So you took my advice then?
Aye, that I did. As oh well. Let's just say that Anvara's spoils of war. There was certainly enough to allow me to make this place just that little bit extra special. But I guess you're not here to talk about me, no?
No, we had an agreement, and I'm here to honour it.
Fucking what? Yeah.
I gave you my word, a cut of our profits delivered, and here we are.
Sorry, water went down wrong hole.
I thought you were doing that for comedic effect. Sorry.
No,
No, you're actually just joking.
I'm literally just choking.
Well, now I feel like a total arse.
Deez, thank you for that gift sub to Arius, mate. I do appreciate it, buddy. Arius, congrats. Oh, I've got fucking hiccups now. So, that's twice today. God damn it. So yeah, Asmund just arches a brow. Oh shit, you're a little earlier than expected, but you know what? That's fine. I'll take it.
It's not my only reason for coming, but I thought as I could do two jobs at once.
Oh, you want to fucking kill two birds with one stone?
The birds on stone.
There it is.
Indeed. And Garrett pulls out the nice box that is put together with the Baron's Folly sign etched in the top. hands it over to Asmund.
The fuck is this? This is fancy.
Just something I was playing around with at night when everyone's asleep.
Is that so? Well, fancy box with fucking Baron's Folly. Look at you, laddie. Fucking die. Alright, let's have a look. And with that, Asmund flips open the lock, lifts the lid, stares inside. Looks a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds pass. He closes the lid, puts the latch back on, takes the box, puts it under the table. Leans forward. That's a lot of fucking coin. That's a lot of fucking coin. What the fuck have you been doing in there?
We've had a few good nights, shall we say?
A fucking few. Asmund immediately reaches back under the table, pulls the box out, begins to shake this, rattle this box. In fact, hang on. Hang on. I have got the perfect thing for this. All right.
A box of coins by any chance?
I have, perhaps, in my possession, courtesy of Sneezer. So, how much? That's a lot of fucking coin.
Yeah, I had to change it all up to silver because the copper wouldn't fit.
Oh, you fucking smart wanker. Hello. Asmund puts the box back under the table and leans back in his back in the chair. Well, as much as I hate to say it, but I'm pretty damn glad that it's working out. And I don't mind the delivery of coin every now and again.
We will endeavour to do so as the agreement was made.
Well, that's actually more than I was expecting, so I've got a soft spot for you, points to Cypher, and you, points to Garrett. Maybe a little bit for you, points to Reza. Still undecided about you, but you're a good egg. Nods at Vanya.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I'm if I dare say that, you certainly brought a few issues to me door, especially that day when you first turned up. You remember that?
Which one? I'm sorry. There's been a lot since then, too.
Holy shit, Avo guy! Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. How you doing, bud? How's things? Sorry, go on, Garrett.
Yes, issues tend to follow Vanya around.
But good intentions. I mean, I just want to make everybody's day a little brighter, right? Like, Garrett, didn't I just make your day brighter?
Oh, what did you burn down?
No, I gave him a pot that he can tinker with.
Oh. What a gift.
Now, don't read too much into this, Vanya. But, Asmund, Vanya here is the reason why we've done so well in the money stakes.
Oh, wait, what? No. Surely not.
It's true.
Entertainment.
She's smiling. She's smiling from ear to ear, just like she's just trying to hold it in. Oh, okay. I have to tell you, like, it's been. I think I found like what I'm good at, like scouting talent. We had somebody debone a chicken. We had some jokes. And we've got this one guy that comes in that is like, oh, he's. Whenever it comes to music, he plays like these instruments. I'm trying to make this. I'm not gonna be very good at. And people like they enjoy it. They get a good laugh out of it. I think it's just bringing people in. I've got some other ideas. I just think we can really like class the place up. I can't.
Okay, Vanya. Just
Is that so?
you didn't-
Well, actually, no.
Garrett puts his hand on Vanya's lip.
No, let her talk. In fact, actually, Vanya, how's about... I've got a... why don't you come work for me, eh? Perhaps, I could certainly do with a new events manager. Hey, I'll pay you well.
Cypher's smile drops from his face and he goes, "No, he's mine."
I don't know if I could do that because, like, where would Cypher get his snacks from?
Hey, that wouldn't be your issue anymore, would it now? Come on, come work for me, it'll be alright.
But I like him putting his hand in my pocket.
Asmund looks at Vanya, looks at Cypher, looks at the elf beside, who's sat scantily clad beside him and just nods. Alright. Now I understand that. Alright, fine, I'll give up. Look, you can't put it against the dwarf for trying, though, surely.
I mean, but if you want me to occasionally stop by and spread some positivity and give you some ideas, and you want to give me some money for that, just occasionally,
Yeah, we could share the positivity with him.
Oh, I mean, I'm not entirely sure that this place needs positivity. It's fucking... Look! And Asmund just
The
motions.
less we talk about that's probably for the best.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's fucking positive when they're pissed. They'll just throw a hand of a fist of fucking coin at the bar just to get a decent drink. Now that there... Hey. It's, You lot still dealing with Folmar, because word is that he's not had many orders from you lot recently.
Julian and Francis have been trying to develop some more of our own drinks.
Oh, hang on a minute. They're doing that off their own back. Those fucking cheapskate bastards would never do any of that for me when I had them under my employ. You give them a fucking reach around or something for them to work harder.
No, I just gave them a budget.
I gave him a 10-foot pole.
Alright, you know what? I'm not even gonna fuck. Well, look. Regardless, I'm not gonna push anymore. I've tried my luck in trying to, stifle off some talent. I'll hold myself in check. So, obviously, you're here to pay, and granted that you're here a bit early, so I'm sure that there's something else that you're here for.
Yes. Now, we were down in the cellars and noticed a draft. So we asked Felco about it. And apparently there is some more real estate underground.
Oh, I mean, I'm
Part
not
of the Folly.
There could be, but unless that, something happens to jog my memory, like, maybe a certain thing that should have gone missing's missing.
We could say it will never see the light of day again.
Alright, and what's your fucking guarantee on making sure that these things don't show up?
Like,
They're
my
not even in the
guarantee-
city anymore, right?
Yeah. They are far, far from here.
Alright.
Under, shall we just say, under a lot of dirt.
Alright. Out of the city, under a lot of dirt. And, am I led to believe that the powers that be also know that I no longer have a certain thing in my possession anymore?
The powers that be will be under the impression that their own tool was the one that stole them.
Asmund's face goes blank for a moment. You know what? I don't get it, but I'll trust you on this. If you say that these are never going to see the light of day again, then I'll take your word for it. And I appreciate it. Hey.
Yes, neither those nor Amvara will ever be seen or heard from again.
Oh, well then, in that case, I dare say that has certainly earned ye the right to, hang on a minute, I think I've got it somewhere in here. Yeah. And Asmund reaches down, extends the waist of his trousers, reaches deep into his pants and pulls out a ring of keys, and he begins to just count the keys, go over them, and eventually... Alright, I think that's 1, 2, 3... 3, was it 3? It might be 4. I think these are 3 lit. There you go. Just take these anyway. If it's not one, then it jingles this huge keychain in front of you. The other one could be on here, but I'm not sure if it's 4 or 3. Anyway, look, he hands the 3 keys, or at least puts them on the counter. You real estate below the folly. Hey, there's a little bit of a. Some old chambers from the old city that we were slowly excavating. If I remember rightly,
Lovely.
there is... Oh, if I remember rightly, there's like one of the walls in the cellar to the Folly's basement leads into a long chamber that'll then lead to a locked door. This is the key that you want. And he points to a large iron key. That's the first one. That'll get you through the main door. The other 2 keys should get you into some of the other places. But just as a word of warning that I was planning to use it until there was... I mean, to be honest with you, I don't entirely know what exactly happened. Just I knew a few of my lads went missing, and I said, you know what? Fuck, it's not worth me time.
So, there may or may not be something unfriendly down there.
More
Well,
likely.
forewarned is forearmed, I suppose.
Right. And so a lot of these chambers were part of the old Novostoya, you know, again, a city this old's been built upon and upon, you know, built upon and built upon and built upon for fuck knows how many tens, hundreds, thousands of years, but the chambers below certainly fucking old, but not like old, ancient old, but at least a sort of 100, 200 years since they were built. But yeah, there's something down there, and I thought, you know what, rather than fuck about with it and lose more lads, I'd just block the whole damn thing up.
Yeah, the city sure has changed over the years.
You are not wrong there.
We'll explore it when we have some time to spare.
Right, make sure you've got, you know, a sharp blade at your side as well, because, you know...
Gary
Could
just
be.
laughed. And the blade appears and then disappears in seconds in his hand.
I fucking forgot about that. Hey, alright. that reminds me, Asmund points around at the group. If you lot are ever, looking for a bit of work at all, still a few things that I could use a bit more of an expert hand with, if you catch my drift.
I mean, coin's coin. It all spins the same way.
I'm just following a few leads at the minute, so nothing at this moment in time, but later down the line, if I send someone over to you, again, with you lot running the folly now and me here in the thanked table, we want to sort of capitalize the best we can on, being the best venues in our respected districts.
Oh, absolutely. Out of interest, where'd you get your supplies from?
I'm still getting them from Falmore, because there's fuck all else places to buy shite from, so... again... a lot of the people in the fucking Polta district don't even, they've not tasted Falmore's goods, so for them it's like fucking gold and liquid, like nectar down their throats. They love the shite.
Some point in the future, I may have a contact in the coin flow district.
Oh, alright. Asmund leans forward and looks at Garrett, Vanya, Reza, and Cypher. Is that so? You lot in the fucking coin floor district? Well, that'll be damned.
Nothing's firm just yet, but if we get any openings, I'll be sure to let you know about opportunities.
Alright. Alright, I'm on board with that. Well, in that case, I dare say that you lot have certainly brought me enough to mull over, so, any of you lot got any questions or anything for me while you're here before I start getting fucking hammered?
I've said all I need to. Any of you need Asmund for anything?
Cypher doesn't say anything. He's too busy chugging his milk.
Rose is drinking her alcohol that won't do anything to her, and she can't taste it. But it was the most expensive thing.
Reza, are you if you're looking for a little bit of extra weight, you're looking a little more, lively around the edges. Hey.
Is that a compliment, Osmond?
Ah, absolutely, it's a compliment. You're looking pretty damn fine. If ever want to give an old dwarf some company, I'm sure that's a big coin that could go your way.
I am many things, Osmond. But I'm not that. And she winks at him, toasts him, and chugs her drink.
Asmund raises his tankard and just nods in response. Hey, fair enough. What about you, Vanya? Anything? Not that. But anything I can do for you since you're here?
She looks down at herself after he says that and looks up and kind of confused. And she was like, "Well, do you know where I would happen to be able to get a boar or a squid, or where I could go hunt that?"
You want a fucking squid? Boars, forests, I guess. But if you want a squid of some sort, Asmund thumbs over his shoulder to the big glass window behind him. We're right on the fucking coast. One of the main river inlets to the lands. I've got a multitude of fishing boats out there. Not mine, but I've certainly got contacts with a few of the fishermen. If you want a squid, I can certainly see about sorting that out for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alright, you know what? It's a good, because I'm feeling fucking generous, because you've just delayed onto me a giant coffer of fucking coin. I'll get you a squid. How's that sound? I am nothing but not magnanimous, eh?
No, I appreciate it because I've never, never caught a squid before. I don't even know where to begin. And that kind of helps me from not having to, go jumping in the water and trying to wrestle one. So.
Oh, you got some big bastards out there, so probably best, eh? Well, look, if you're staying for a few drinks, just enjoy yourselves, and I'll just get one of the lads to run down to the docks and acquire one of the fisherman's stock of squids.
Oh, you just made my day. Thank you.
All right. So with that, Asmund nods and calls back his harem of entertainers and motions for you guys to take one of the larger tables just off to the side. You notice that it's prime position, more of a one of the VIP tables, and gives you a little bit of a tab.
A tab?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It gives you, sort of two free. I mean, it's still stingy as fuck because it's Asmund, but at bare minimum, you get 2 drinks on the house from him.
I think he'll just stay and relax and taking his goodwill for a change. Enjoy it.
At least until the squid gets here.
Yeah.
Yeah. After about an hour or so of waiting, eventually, one of the dock porters stumbles in from the side door with what can only be described as this slimy, floppy mess launched over his shoulder, with a sort of 5-6 foot long squid. Now, it's not just any squid. This thing has got, barbs. Its beak's razor sharp. Each sucker's not just a sucker. It's a claw. It's truly monstrous. And the porter looks around. Hi, I'm here for someone wanted a squid.
That's point at Vanya.
Here you go, love. This is all yours. Porter makes his way over and yeah. There you go. There's your squid. Caught fresh this morning just off the coast. Granted, it killed 3 men. Dragged them out into the deep and shredded them like a shreddy thing.
I don't get it.
That's terrible.
He's just stood there with his 6-foot squid in, like over his arms. It droops down and he's offering it towards Vanya. Hey, there you go.
Did we ever purchase a cart, or did we show up with the cart?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, you have not bought a cart yet.
Go on, Vanya. Take your squid.
But Garrett, how? Like, it's slimy. How am I gonna? There's no way I can get that back.
It's already dead. It's alright. It's not gonna leap out and start clawing your face off. It's alright. But I have got to go back because the lads said if I don't deliver this quick, I'm gonna get my legs broken. So if you could just take it, please, I'd really appreciate it.
Oh.
If only you still had your 10-foot pole, you could skewer that fish and drag it home.
You're right, because then I could have had one side, and somebody else could have had the other side. And,
It's just
put it. Could you just don't put it in the floor because people will walk on it, right? I guess put it on the table.
Yeah, well, I can do that. Yeah. The porter just immediately just drops this dead slimy 6-foot squid on the table. There you go. Thank you for your custom at Fish Sticks' Fish and Things Fishery. If you need more fish, we are the fishers for the fishing. The porter just bows his head and turns his back and walks off.
Vanya's gonna go, looks around at everybody. It's like, I've got rope. I mean, I've got some net. I have a large net, but I don't know if I want to waste it on this, because I'm pretty certain it will smell and reek and be ruined. I've got like a little chain. I guess I could drag it.
Just pull off your petticoat, and not carry it home like it's in a sack.
No. And she goes, I think what you had said earlier was a good idea, and she peels off a patch and slams it on the table, and it creates another 10-foot pole.
Oh no!
You weren't lying. That really is a 10-foot pole. I thought you were exaggerating.
Oh shit!
I mean, I haven't measured it, but I mean, it feels about 10 foot to me.
You handle a lot of 10-foot poles, do you?
Apparently.
Do you know what? Credit where credit's due. Well played, Jump. Well played.
So she's gonna take that.
Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I forgot the robe of useful items had a 10-foot pole patch.
So she's going to take the 10-foot pole off of the table, and she's just going to shove it into the squid till it just comes out the head of it.
Through the beak, out the end. It's got a squid on it. A 6-foot squid on a 10-foot pole.
And then looks around, and she goes,
No.
I'll take the head if somebody will get the rear end.
Cypher decides to help because he thinks it's funny. Its legs, its tentacles jangle as he walks. Yeah. So he's walking with a childlike bounce just to watch the tentacles.
Oh.
Well, I believe our business here is done then.
Bye! Bye!
Aye, I'll see y'all, don't be fucking strangers. And if I've got something of interest, I'll send someone to have a chat. And obviously, if you come across something that I might find interesting, then yeah, do the same, eh?
Indeed.
Well, with that,
Look after yourself, Asmund.
hey, and you too, Garrett, you too. And he sort of pats the box underneath the table. I look forward to the next visit. If you're doing well, I'm doing well, and we're all happy, then if things carry on as this, then hey, we may have to renegotiate on what you're bringing. I don't want to fuck you over. You've done me a solid.
I'm sure we can come to a adequate recompense.
Asmund just flashes Garrett a thumbs up. Hey, if if you could do me the honours of fucking off, this dwarf's got some matters that need attending to, if you catch my drift.
That's a sex thing. As Cypher's walking out.
Proud of you, Cypher. Proud of you.
They grow up so quick.
They do.
Alright, so with that you make your way back into the streets of the Polter district. With this, a nod from the door guard. With the arched brow as this 10-foot pole with a squid goes past him.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
I wish you all a good evening and look forward to seeing you all again.
See you next time.
Safe travels. And with that, the group of 5 and plus 1 squid blend into the crowds of the Novostoyan streets, making your way back. Are you going back to the folly?
Yeah, I think so. Because
I'm not walking around the city with a fucking squid all day.
All right. With this, several hours have passed since you last departed. So at this point, as you step into the folly is very similar in atmosphere to that of the Thank Table. The regular punters are in. A lot of people are drinking. Julian behind the bars, constantly serving drinks. Lyella running tables, and of course the familiar smell of roasted rats emanating from the kitchen as Francis is out there continually smoking and cooking up whatever's available.
Vanya, why don't you go and drop that thing off with Francis?
Oh, that's a good idea. My shoulder's kind of hurting from it resting on there. Cypher,
Cypher's had enough by this point.
Cypher, please. Like, we just got a couple more feet to go, please.
Oh. So stupid.
Cypher, you can do anything that you put your mind to.
Can I put this down? Because I can put that to my mind.
Not yet. Tell your mind. Like, what is it? Like 5 feet? 10 feet? 10 more feet?
Go on.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Oh.
Let's go. She kind of pulls him a little bit.
With a jolt, you make your way into the smoke-filled kitchen with Francis currently slaving over the grill. Several rats are there with their legs up in the air. A pot of stew's bubbling off in the corner, and he looks around. What's that?
Francis? Francis.
Yeah. That's my name. Me.
You remember about the squid?
Yeah.
Here's the squid. I don't know if we want to, save like the beak and like some of the barbs, or maybe Garrett might want to tinker with them. But you can put those to the side and we can ask him later about that. But I couldn't find. I didn't have time to go get a boar, but we got a squid and another 10-foot pole.
Francis leans over, looks at this squid, raises a brow. What's that, squid?
What, Cypher? What do you say?
What just happened?
Yeah, what did just happen? Did the squid slide onto you or something?
No, Cypher's just had enough. He's got full Kevin and Perry, and he's just done. He's just moping and making noises. He's not talking.
That's not that's a tentacle thing. I don't know. I know the fish with the fins, like flap.
Vanya's like looking at Cypher's like, I don't know what he's saying. And she's just like, Cypher, let's set this on the table and be done.
Okay.
My shoulder's killing me.
Sorry to interrupt. Jump at your DMs.
Oh. Oh, that's good. Oh, and if there's any like sacks in this that might carry like any ink or like this, you know how the squids sometimes go.
I don't even know what
And they
that
have
thing
black
is.
stuff
Like a
come
weird
out of
tentacle
it.
thing. I mean, I'm not sure if it's got sack. I mean, I've got like a sack, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm gonna do one of them. This squiddy fucking.
You've already got sacks of squid ink? Is that what you just said?
No, I mean, we're over there. I don't know what I can do with it.
Well, just put that like in the sacks, like with the beak and the barbs and the, you know, just anything that you think that we can utilize. You know, kind of put it to the side and save it for us, and we'll go through it a little bit later.
Francis just scratches his head looking at this squid. You know, nothing with it. I mean, what? He lifts a tentacle up, looks over it. I mean, I ain't got funny tentacles. I mean, that's a bit weird. I mean, I don't see them every day, but I can do that for you, I guess. Or sex.
No, not sex, sacks.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Sex. Hey, you fucking brother or something. You fucking kids these days. Francis just takes a knife, swings it in his hand, scratches his head once again, looking at this squid as you put it down on the counter, and sighs before beginning to just go at it, carving it up. I mean, I'll do like this. Maybe you can, you know, fuck off.
Okay, Cypher, let's I can barely breathe in here with all the smoke anyways. You ready to go?
Cypher's already wandered off. He's bored now.
She goes through the door.
I just step back into the Baron's Folly. All eyes are now on you, Vanya, having watched, you know, the crowd having watched you just bring in this 6-foot squid on a pole into the kitchen. One of the punters calls out, "Hey, what's that you brought in?"
Squid is on the menu tonight.
I don't know if I want to eat that. It had fucking tentacles and claws and shit.
Well, you rest assured we have the best cook in all of the city. He will ensure that it is, you know, safe to eat and cooked well, and we'll change your life with one bite and titillate.
Hey, that reminds me. Another voice calls out from the back. That reminds me, when we're getting those fucking sandwiches back, they were amazing.
Vanya's gonna look around. She's like, "You had some amazing sandwiches."
Yeah, that's the fucking Crimson Court themselves decided to, you know, walk in here with this fucking silver-plated sandwich. I've never tasted anything like it. It was just fucking mwah. It was like that. The archangels themselves had come down and placed a bit of meat on some bread, right? And like the vegetables looked like it had been carved out of a flower. Another woman chimes in. Yes, it was certainly something else. Not, we only was that just a special, or is it something we're hoping to have more here?
Well, we'll definitely be having some specials for sure. Not sure if that will be back on the menu. Got to check with the kitchen and the staff. And she takes that distraction to slip away.
You got Thaddeus stood on the corner, staring at Vanya, seemingly annoyed that his earlier musical
thunder was stolen.
His thunder was stolen. Yeah. And just watch it, as Vanya slinks away, he's like. Yes, go on. Fuck off. God. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. I called this piece Flower Upon the Waves. And with that, the rest of the tavern, not sure whether they're... no one really enjoys Thaddeus's acts. It's more morbid curiosity than anything. I'm just seeing on how stupid it can get, but regardless, punters drink. So with that, leaving you all now, the moment to step away from the folly. Plans going forward.
Well, I think some exploring of the underground, London underground, will be had.
Definitely, Garrett's interest has been piqued by what could be underneath.
Yep.
Although maybe when we're all around,
Mm-hmm.
Not be a bad idea. What are we at? 3 hours 40 minutes? 3 hours 45-ish. Yeah. I think we'll probably leave that for next session. So, with that, if you need it, I would say that you can fit in a short rest, as an 8-hour sleep. Also, by the way, Krieger, thank you, buddy, for chiming in. How are you, mate? It's been a while. So go on, Garrett.
Sorry, before I take my rest for the evening, I'm going to sit in my room, meditate on my psionic powers, and recover some of what I used today.
All right. So, homework for next session. Vanya, Reza, you know what I'm going to ask from you two, so...
What? Huh?
You know the homework that you two have got.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe more Vanya than Reza. The aftermath of the dress incident.
Yeah, I honestly got lost in listening to the repeat. Yeah. I was like,
Fair enough.
wait, I had to do something? Oh, what?
And yeah, as I say, from there, next session looks like, again, just as a guideline for the DM, are you thinking of exploring the chambers below the Folly compound?
Totally. We've got nothing else really pressing.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay. So, in that case then, any further questions or comments from your players?
I believe the only thing left to say is Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
In that case, then I'll bring that down and mute you fuckers up. Boop. And bring in the ear blasting music. There we go. And last but not least, bring it over to that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for episode 20. Fucking episode 20. Holy shit. Episode 20 of Pariahs. Again, another episode of memes, basically. But good memes, regardless. Yeah, let's. What am I doing? I'm looking for not that. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's flick on over to the end screen. It should be that one. Oh. That's it, yeah. Everyone, thank you once again. And yeah, we'll find someone to raid. So when we do, show them all the love and support in the world. Or don't, that's fine too. Got anyone on the TTRPG space? All's quiet on the Twitch front, everyone. You know what? Let's go raid Orcish. It's been a long time since we checked in over there. So Orcish is currently playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on a RP server as Senior Deputy McGregor on Wild RP. So let's go over there and give some support. So once again, everyone, thank you. I'll see you all next Sunday for episode 21 of Pariahs. After we listen to this, because the Dishonored 2 main theme is just fucking beautiful. I love it.